Oh, why does that keep going off? Come on. All right. Come on, get your focus. There we go. Whoa. All right, looks like the chickens went to bed. Their doors shut. Nice. All right. Chicken doggy, chicken doggy. What up, Dylan? What up, cat? Dylan Roscoe. Oh man, it's dark out, huh? Well, that's pretty clear light. I'm almost back inside. Hold on. High hopes for a living. All right, almost there. All right, what's up? What's up? What's up, Levin? Huh? Why you blurry, Levin? Huh? Why you blurry? There you go. You need some food? That's fine. Let's get you some food, Levin. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for the likes. Thank you for the likes. What you sniffing on me? Hey, what you sniffing on that? There we go. Getting all the kitty food, getting all the kitty food. Devil eyes. That cat can be the devil. I got the devil in me. It's a cloud. It's sadness. It's a cloud. All right, let's see where I got you, Dylan. Dang it, Dylan. Dylan from Ohio. What up, Scott? Where'd I put you, Scotland? Scotland, Scotland, Scotland. Scotland, 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 Scott. I know I got you on here like 12 times, Scott. What up? Well, I'm Devil Eyes with Levin the cat. Wait, I'm Devil Eyes, the cat. The Levin. Levin was looking into the camera like while he was eating. Where the heck? Where the heck? Where the heck? CAT cat, not KAT cat. Oh, good. All right. Let me see. You guys watch that. I'll be right back. See if you can find your names. Yo. Let us see. Let us see. LeBron's going to retire. Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? Okay, there we go. LeBron's going to. Well, he should. What do you mean good for him? That guy's a freaking quackadile. I went and grabbed one of my chickens. This was fluffy. They got the tasty back wings. She's got a ticket. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a pickle to ride. And she don't care. LeBron's a douche asshole. Too much politics and too much bullshit. Absolutely, not a good person. My apologies. Yes. I said, come over here, chickens. And the last one that showed up got it. They got it. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. I'm hilarious. I was like, you look good, little chicken. You with them plump, juicy legs. Lava chicken. Just don't let you see them eating their cousins. Right, these are buffaloes. She's got a pickle on rye. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. All right, Dylan. Hey, you got school in the morning, brother. I'll see you tomorrow. He's just so disgusted. He's like, I can't believe you're eating Fluffy. Thank you for calling the vegan hotline. How can I help you? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I was chewing my chicken. I was choking on my... But that's what I was saying about the little chicken. I said, if I can catch you, you're mine. And I caught him, and now he's mine. And I just domed 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before getting some wings. But that's what happened when you're a slow chicken, a slow buffalo gets et. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. Scott's back. He had to get a charge on his phone. Good to see you, Scott. I'm glad you hung around, Scott. Scott was anti-wall when me and Scott first met. He said, no, I don't want to be a part of your wall. Now he's on it like 6 times. Twist, twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Now come on, baby. Come on and work it on out. Work it on out. You know you twist so good. You twist so good. You really got me going now. Like I knew you would. Like I knew you would. Shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Oh. Wow, that last bite. A little on the spicy side. Oh, dang it. I don't even have anything to drink. You know you got me going now. Like I knew you would. Like I knew you would. Just shake it up, baby. Just shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. That was a good one, Space Cowboy. That got into my soul. I just thought of a new term, the butt soul. You know, instead of saying butthole, that really got me in my butt soul. Butt soul. That's on the list. Butt soul. My butt. I can safely say I passed all my classes once again, but not as good as last semester. Well, that's trending down, Space Cowboy. How many more semesters do you have left? How much longer do you have left till you button up this college career? Oh, dang it, my mouth is burning. Dude, seriously. Get out while you're ahead. You're not paying for this crap, are you? I think we already talked about it. They say, why is your pencil square? What do you mean, why is my pencil square? So it doesn't roll off the table. Duh. I was 2% away last semester from a 4.0 GPA. I was so pissed. You should, dude, you know the best way to get a 4.0 is to sleep with your professors. No, speak with your professors. Sorry, wrong word. What Space Cowboy, I cannot remember right now what you said you were going for. For some reason I want to say it was aircraft. No, somebody else was doing somebody else was saying airplane stuff. Can't remember what you said you were going for. You don't gotta tell me. But I could have sworn. Accounting and finance. Okay, there you go. That Wow. Yeah, that'll be worth it. You're not. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide. That's pretty freaking hilarious. What's up, Nation? Nationwide is on your side. He said, I'm here. I'm going to rule your nation. That's pretty dang cool. But yeah, so accounting, finance, basically counting rich people's money. That'll keep you wealthy. I got the good stuff. I got a popsicle stick. But yeah, nationwide. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty clever. Good play on words, chap. Good play on words, chap. Nationwide is on yours. Dang it! Shut up, Richard. Sorry. Hey, you're the creative one. I just now I have my foreign study in business class for Denmark trip. That's why the Denmark trip. An online geology class. That's so dumb. And do you have a feminism class you have to take to teach you how to count money for women? I just ate a popsicle. Scott, I still have the stick in my pocket. I tell you. Dude, I'm a fan of ice cream so much. I mean, I'm a fan of ice cream. I love ice cream. I love chocolate ice cream more than a lot of things. Like I would trade like tie shoes. JB, I haven't seen you in probably a couple of weeks, brother. Let me see if I can find you. Let me see if I can find you. We gotta get Nationwide up on here too. Nationwide, let me know if you subscribe. I'll throw you up on the wall. There's JB right there. Big old JB. JB. And we know we got Scott. We got Scott on here a bunch of times. There's Scott right there. And there's 10 Light right there. I'm a fan of one of them. I got a new fan. I just installed this fan. Oops, sorry. I just installed this fan. It's got lights on it. I installed it today. Any advice for a young man figuring out his life in his 20s? Yes, that's what I try to do, my friend. I try to give people life advice, people that don't have a good father figure to talk to or to ask about life, and research anything I say. Absolutely. So this is the thing. This is the absolute thing. Remember that entertainment is America. Are you from America? I haven't seen it yet on Folded Promises. I left you a message actually letting you know that I would like to do your voiceovers. Nationwide, absolutely. Hold on one second. Let me get your name on the wall here while I still have my brain in my head here. Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. All right, JB. I'll see you, brother. JB. Charlotte, North Kakalaka. All right, so this is the thing. You understand that in America's number one export, at least currently, is entertainment. So if you have, and you're already entertaining, and I don't even know who you are. All right, JB. So anything you could do, like especially now that YouTube Shorts is a thing. YouTube was trying to use AI to basically redo all the shorts, and it didn't work. People didn't like them. It felt too fake. So you're gonna wait till you get to 1 million subscribers? Okay, brother. All right. Sociology is real cool, guys. Sociology. Okay, so let me get back to what I was saying. So when you realizing that when YouTube tried to use AI for everything, they didn't get their sales, their click through percentages dropped. So they went full flood into they changed the way that views were counted and stuff like that, because they need more people to make videos, to make content, to put ads on. So you can basically just do anything at all, even if it's just tying your shoes. I'm talking about short form. I'm not talking about long form. All right. So doing the short form stuff, yeah, well, they can get rid of a lot of their employees. It's basically all automated now. So yeah, as long as you can do something, like you can just be tying your shoes, as long as you're doing something consistently. So if you're doing 7 days a week, you're posting a video, a YouTube short, even if it's just like, hey everybody, how you doing? So they have something that they can put an ad on. If you do it consistently, you'll do something good. Yeah, Light Star says the biggest problem is what's the problem though? What's the problem? What did they outsource to China and India? But yes, so one of the number one things you can do is just do something, no matter what it is, and whatever you do in real life, you can if you don't mind being a public person, be putting it online. Look through my YouTube shorts. Whenever I have to take care of my chickens, whenever I have to help a neighbor clean their roof, whatever, I make a little YouTube short with it, and just by doing that and doing the live streams, talking about what other people want to talk about, it helps. But the number one thing is don't listen to the news. Do not listen to the news, and understand that fear is the number one thing used to control people. So they give you they want to control you, so they're going to use fear on the left and on the right. So don't be a Democrat, don't be a Republican, be an independent and follow the people. Follow the people that say what closely aligns to you. Yeah, that doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, because Democrats used to support everything Donald Trump supports, and now they don't. So they don't actually stand for anything, and vice versa. So yeah, so the politics stuff is just all bullcrap. But if you're doing something like this and doing something that requires ads, when those politicians want, they have to have a place they put ads on. YouTube hired John's India, China, and hiring. Yeah, I mean, right? Everybody did. That's why Trump wants to fix the Jamalama. Fear causes hesitation. Hesitation makes your worst nightmares come true. 100%, 100% nationwide. Ignorance is bliss and not considered abusive. That's miserable. That's 100% true. Lovely. What up? Long time no see. Lovely. It's us. Yes. Right. So the fear that they put into people, the fear, like remember they tell you that if you shoplifted, you'll never get a job. But now people are shoplifting for a job, and they used to say, if you don't go to high school, you'll never get a job. And now they're like, high school is just to program you, and if you don't get a college degree, you'll never get a job. But now going to college is just programming you. So they all just say like your life is ruined if you don't do this, but they don't know what they're doing. So yeah, don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. Find your pathway to a higher power, whatever that is for you, and then follow that. I'll tell you one thing that's very interesting is try to figure out why so many people want to push you away from prayer and that the book. You know what I'm talking about, and choose for yourself. It's a very interesting thing. It's right there. Unfolded Promises. Exactly what he does. Subscribe to that guy. I feel first. How do you make your brownies? Fudge, egg. I mean, not fudge. Cocoa powder, chocolate. 72% chocolate chips. 70% cacao chocolate chips. Flour, water, one egg, and a little splash of coconut oil. That's it, baby. Everything's jerry rigged. That's 100% right. This is a game. Each type of society is a game. Yes, brother. And hey, and you're already way ahead of everybody else because you're not afraid to ask for advice. People that have made it will answer your questions. People that have not made it will be asking you the questions. Listen to me. So when you have people online that say, hey, do you want to make $1 million? They're asking you the question because they don't know how to do it. They're hoping that you go to them and say, teach me, here's all my money to teach me. So they're a bunch of bullshitters. Because if you want to go, you can ask a millionaire, how can I do this or that? And they're usually glad to tell you. Don't take advice from somebody that's not where you want to be. That's basically the biggest thing. I didn't pass the vibe test. Which one, brother? I just want to be alone so I could, okay. I just want to be alone so I could die in peace. Dude, so let me tell you, I bought my daughter a house because she wanted to be a teacher, not a plumber, like her mother was forcing on her. There's only room for one woman's attitude per house. Understood. Yeah, I remember growing up with my we had my mom and my sister, and they always went at it. Women, they show this fake camaraderie online. So I played the saxophone, I played the keyboards, I played the drums, the guitar, bass, and sing. But I can sing better than any other instrument that I could play. So whenever I was in bands, I always sang because I can sing better than I can play bass. I can sing better than I can play guitar. You know, so on and so forth. So yeah, I sing la 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 la. Well, you're going to be dealing with yeah I know yeah. Luckily, it's only for a splash of time. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and it really seems that way. Can you teach me a few? I would love to help you out however I can. I no longer carry a guitar with me. There may be one upstairs in my bonus room. I'll check after the live stream if I have if I believe it might still be there. If it's still there, absolutely. I'll go over some guitar riffs with you. The internet is a good birth control for women. Exactly 100%. And just to let you know, it's built that way. So there are a group of people on this planet that are trying to outbirth another group of people, so that they can basically rule. And they have pushed so that women don't like men and men don't like women anymore, so that our birth rates dive, so that they can outbirth us by 2075. What up? That was fast. What up, internet? What did I miss? Oh, yeah, right. But that's why the birth control. Women are being told lies, and men are being told lies. But both. It's so they don't. Women are all gold diggers. Who needs a man? Women need men. Who needs women? Men need women. I meant in the stream. No, I understood. I understood, brother. I understood. Unfold promises. I just don't have. I don't. I'll absolutely play. If my guitar is still upstairs, I'm pretty sure I sold it. But I'm not. If it's still upstairs, I'll do one on a stream. No problem. Absolutely. Americans have competitions, not relationships. But that's 100% true. That's 100% true. And that's been programmed in to be like, the man's got to do this for me, and only to see me naked. Bam. It's like, okay, well, what do you bring to the relationship? Exactly. Women are taught and programmed that they're enough, and they're not. And men are taught that they're not enough, and they're not. You can't do it online the same way I told you. You do so with your hobbies. You get out in real life and find people that are doing real life. The way it used to be, where your next door neighbors and your friends, and when you went to school, you were all doing something together in a social hierarchy. So if you just try to find somebody just for sex, that's called prostitution. And that's what dating apps are. If you go out because you like to play pool or you like badminton or whatever, that's where you go. And then you find somebody that after a couple of weeks of playing badminton, you're like, this guy, he's so neat. He's got nice eyes and he treats everybody so well. That's how you find somebody, not the way we're taught. Because we're being sold. We're being prostituted. That's why nothing works like that. Everything fails unless people can see past it. Women are not. You're twisting my words again, Lightstar. We're being told. Men are being told that women are not enough, or women are being told that women are not enough, and men are being told that men are not enough. Both the same. They're both being told the same exact thing from different sides. The women in control are telling women that they're not enough, and the men that are in control are telling men that they're not enough. It's 100% because they don't want us having kids. They don't want any more competition. They want to import the children. They don't want us having kids and them growing up Christian Americans. They want to import people. What's your favorite football team? So my favorite football team was the Baltimore Ravens, because that's where I'm from originally, is Baltimore, and I really enjoyed watching the Ravens when I was a kid. But I haven't been into football at all probably in 10 years. The Hearst Castle was built by a woman before women's rights existed. No, a lot, dude. And they said women couldn't have jobs. That's bullshit. It's all a lie. It's all 100% a lie. Everything is. What's going on? So we're talking about life, love, everything. Anything you want to ask. I'm here to answer questions that I might not. I'm here to answer questions I might know the answers to, and to learn. My favorite team is the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, especially now the Chiefs, they got a lot going on, and I can see why you like the Chiefs. They've got a great kicker. But yeah, absolutely. we're told or to be pushed apart, and you look at things like, okay, let me tell you something about Facebook. Facebook notices when women post a selfie. Then when they take it down, they know that women are having like an internal crisis, like, I didn't get enough likes, it doesn't look good, so you're not feeling good. Then they advertise to you at that moment when they know you're having some self-doubt. And you can look it up right now. You can Google it. It absolutely happens 100%. And so they know that they know how to twist your emotions. They know that when you post a selfie, they'll hide it from your friends so you don't get any likes. And you're like, what's wrong with me? Am I ugly? And they do that on purpose because ugly people having a crisis, they spend more money. So you're just being sold. And you think that's for real. You have fake AI men in your DMs telling you how beautiful you are and then hyping you up. And then when you go to finally say, hey, can we go on dinner? They're like, yeah, meet me here, blah, blah. And then they ghost you. Why do you think they ghost you? Because they weren't real. They were there to train their AI. Copenhagen. Do you know on average we poop around 26 pounds a month? That makes sense. Yeah, I poop 3 times a day. Probably. I wouldn't. I mean, I haven't like scooped in and weighed a turd since I was like probably 4 years old. They have the touch of a wrecking ball. Who? What did I miss? We have the fake food. We didn't have fake food or anything until women received rights. 100%, 100%. And there's a huge reason for that. It's because women wanted to show that they could be powerful like men, and they overstepped. They overstepped because they still had men telling the women, this is what you should do to prove yourself. So they had other men, evil men, telling women what they should do to prove themselves. And then the evil people were getting their evil done through women. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, they have the touch of a wrecking ball. Yeah, everywhere that we've set up, women like woman mayor, woman governor, those states have decreased. And is it because they're women? Or is it because is it just because they're XX chromosomes, or is it because they want to prove themselves so bad that they're listening to bad advice, thinking that it's good, rather than just being like, no, screw you, screw you, screw you. I'm going to do what I think's right. That's the big issue. Saying I have a happy wife, happy life. Well, that's horrible too. Right. That happy wife, happy life narrative is to damage the relationship. It's to damage the relationship so that they don't work. Men have been in power, leadership. Right, but why? Because think about it. The world's been around for thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of years. Why have men been in leadership? Women didn't want that power because it's disgusting. And who wants that has to do with fighting and competition and all kinds of crap. Most women did not want to do that. All right, unfolded promises. That man is henpecked. Henpecked, they say. Henpecked. Right, yeah. Most men love their women, and most men do things like stay in power so the women aren't exposed to the criminal cruelty and corruption that is involved in power. It's not because we want to tell women what to do with their bodies. We don't get. No, we want our women happy and healthy so they can have our children. But all that's been lost. All it's been lost, baby. Stress kills. 100%. And listen, the people that want to take over other countries, like the CIA wants to take over other countries, they go in there and they start feminism and stuff like that because they know it works. When the men and the women start fighting, the internal structure falls apart. Family is the structure that holds everything together. People kill to keep their families safe. When you dissolve the family, people are like, well, I don't want to have kids. This society sucks. Why would I kill? Why would I go to war for women that don't even like me, that don't even respect the fact that I paint the skyscrapers and build the electrical systems? So they've diminished their value in their own eyes, and that's absolutely been done through propaganda. That might be more difficult. What might be? We'll see one day if a man will be interested in me one day. Do not. We will see if a man will be interested in me one day. Do not have children. Absolutely. All you have to do is offer him something else besides children. And if a man has already had his children and just wants a relaxing life with a wife that doesn't just create chaos and just like let's go spend my money, let's go on vacations, and can you be calm? Can you make sure when I come home there's not bullshit on the ground to trip over? Can you make sure that if we have a business together that I'm not very good with this or that you can do this or that? Find out how you two can compete in this world together. That's what you really need to do. That's what you really need to do. And that's what most women need to do. Women don't have a problem working for a man. They have a problem working for their man. They have no problem working for a boss, but they have a problem working for their man, which doesn't make any sense. Can a man not call it his money? Marriage is doomed from the beginning. Right. That's so. First of all, you're not marrying a man. You definitely are not talking to a man of the Lord, because the man of the Lord knows that when you get married to a woman, you become one. Your money becomes one, and all becomes one. So you're already not picking correctly, but you're not taught how to pick correctly, because religion's been taken out of school zone. And whether or not you want to take Jesus Christ and be like he's my Lord and Savior and whatnot, or you just want to learn how to teach, if you're not using God as a way for your moral judgments, then most people have no morality. I mean, look, we're cutting kids' dicks off and stuff. Gizu, brother. No, I have not read the book Becoming Michelle Obama. Gizu. Somewhere over the rainbow by your side, there's a man that you left there singing a lullaby. Yeah. They hop, they skip, they run, they jump, they even got a traffic light inside your hole. I just keep typing away. We don't want to hear me anyway. Am I still going? La, 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 la. Your account got banned for what, Gizu? You told a girl you wanted to smell her sweet breath? She's like, do it in the dark. Do it in it. When they run away from home at a young age, it's predictable that they can't communicate or be held accountable. My mother listened to Elvis, not her daddy, just like yeah, no, absolutely. And that's what they're told to do. And they're doing the same thing now. They're telling kids to listen to their teachers, not their parents. They're making laws to say, don't listen to your parent, and don't listen to your parents, listen to your teachers. That's crazy. That's because the government wants to stay in power. The more of whatever party, the more Democrats that they can create in school, then the more likely the Democrats will be in power when those kids get to voting age. Doing what the kids earlier ago. What? Yeah, we're talking about in America. I have a bad selector. Away, my first girlfriend shot her own brother in the head, and my mother only had one child capable of surviving this evil hell. Whoa. I was destroyed once for not allowing my daughter to be used as a riddle and guinea pig. Yeah, dude, and that's another big thing that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people are put on drugs. A lot of women are put on birth control at a very young age, and they don't realize, like, women don't even do any research to realize, their families don't, to realize that most women that are on birth control, when they get married, then they go off birth control in order to have their first kid. Then they hate their husband because birth control pills make you attracted to something different than you would naturally be attracted to. Look it up. I do not lie, 100%. So then women are getting married. Why do you think the divorce rate is so high? And they know it is because they know what birth control does to women. It screws up their head. They like guys with a different jawline. They got like guys that are wider, guys that are fatter, guys that are skinnier. Then when they're not on birth control anymore, it changes. That's why there's so many divorces after the first child. A lot of times it's after the second child because the women will be like, well, I loved him for all these years, so maybe maybe if we have another child, it'll work. But no, it was the birth control that made you like him. So the chemicals make you like your man, not who you say you like. That's why women have such a problem with who they say that they want and who they actually want. Because it all depends on if you're on birth control and what birth control you're on or not. The amount of personalities coincide with the number of men. That's scripture talk. No, absolutely. That's why they call it soul ties. The more men you've had sex with, the more jism inside your kism, right? The more voices in your head. The men women want what I wouldn't want as a father. Only size matters, right? What up, Black Hawk? Black Hawk. Right, but women aren't told this. Women aren't told, hey, when you're on birth control, be careful. These pills will make men that you aren't normally attracted to attractive. So then you're like, oh, why are all these bad boys so attractive to me? Because you're probably on birth control, and that makes that happen. It's 100% true. You can absolutely look it up. So all these girls have been poisoned by the pharmaceutical industry so that they can fuck freely, screw freely, pardon my French. And so then they're screwing people that they're not actually even attracted to. So then they go off the pill after they're pregnant and they're like, I don't like this guy at all. He's ugly, he's hideous, I don't want to have sex with him. And then they want a divorce. It's crazy. Space Cowboy says, how many girls have a flat stomach? How many girls have a flat stomach is it's because they starve themselves? A lot, dude. I can buy women houses and cars. I just can't talk to. That's a big problem. What up, Kip? What up, Texas Kip? Texas Kip. How does someone being on birth control hurt you? The population economy of Africa has it over, but did you hear what I said? It makes you attracted to somebody you're not naturally attracted to. So you take birth control, you get into a marriage, you stop taking the birth control, then you hate your husband. So you divorce them, causing a rip in the family, causing financial and social disrupt and emotional disrupt. A lot of men kill themselves because of that, because they're not changing. The men's not changing. It's the woman that's changing because of the birth control. Just look it up for me, please. Eric the Great, I'll never try it again. All right. Wherever the wind blows. But yeah, birth control definitely hurts you. It hurts you because it puts you in situations you wouldn't have normally been in. Women find men different. Women, the men women find attractive differ if they're on birth control or off of birth control. 100%. And you're not told this before you go on birth control. Why don't the doctors tell you this? They've known it since the 50s. And this stuff was I can't say that. I was never on birth control, and I'm not talking about you. Most birth control is hormone-based. That's exactly right. We have role model issues. 100%. Cardi B out there throwing her WAP around, WAP or whatever it's called. Want to WAP you in your WAP? 100%. And the great music out there is talking about beat this bitch, kill this mother, father, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to shoot him in his forehead and call him my baby, bam. Billy body boo bop bam. I'm going to slap you in the forehead with the back of my hand. Willy body boo bop bam. Yes, bad. It's horrible. It's talking about using women for trash dumpsters. And Kim Kardashian. Okay, Kim Kardashian's mother told her to record that porno. Not only that, but they recorded 4 or 5 of them, then sat down with her mom and watched one and decided on which one they would release. Mommy's boy will get eaten 100%. And they know this. They know that weak men cause hard times. They know this. And they make weak men by making mommy's boy, by pushing single motherhood. And they know it. They know. Like, Cat B has worked in the prison industry. She knows, she can tell you that 90% of the men in prisons are from single mother homes. Tommy boy, pin me. I got you, brother. I got you. Bam, pin. When was Kris Kardashian at the recording? So Ray J didn't say that she was there, but he definitely said that she watched them and they watched them together, and like she directed them that way. If Scorpios cared about Scorpios, the brothels and prisons wouldn't be full of. That's exactly right. O.J. Simpson was Khloe Kardashian's dad. No way. That's so awesome. I dare you to have a child in November. Seriously. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know. No way. Really? O.J. Simpson, Khloe Kardashian's dad. That's crazy. That's crazy. Really? Diddy, Charles Manson, and Eric Menendez, the Scorpio boys, have excuses just like everyone else. That's exactly right. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do here? Oh, I'm going to start back up my readings. My Confucius readings. First of all, I got to find out if I'm going to go to hell for reading it because obviously I don't want to do that. It started because somebody brought something up about something. What was his name? Nate. Not Nate. No, Nate. Dang it! I forgot the rest of the name. Nationwide asked for some advice. He said he was in his 20s and he wanted some advice with life. So we started talking about life. It's a scorpion. I'm gonna go now and come back when it's less depressing. Sorry, my friend. Sorry, my friend. Yeah. It varies back and forth. So consider this like a school, 110th grade. Some classes aren't for everybody. Gemini, the twin. That's false. That's false idols. That's false idol worship. Ooh. I remember Scorpio in General Hospital dated Anna Devane. General Hospital. We say no nut November to cancel Leah's and laugh about it. Yeah, right. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that the reason for these no nut Novembers and stuff like that is also to lower the birth rate and not they have this to lower the birth rate. Like why would you? Because people aren't they don't call it don't jerk off November. They call it no nut November. So don't even have sex. So that means you're not having any kids, right? Just eating wild Mike's pizza. Wild Mike's pizza. I've never had it. People are sensitive. Yeah, I can guarantee that, 10 light. Guarantee that. Violent bastard. Couldn't control his emotions. I got the good stuff. Actually, I don't know. Never used it before. Never used it before. But I got big old nostril. Oh, look at that. Nipple clips. What am I doing here? How do you do this? Oh, there you go. Sorry. Okay, I'm still learning. Woo! I don't know if I did it or not. I just felt like severe pump mist plus menthol. I was going to say, why does it smell like cigarettes? I don't put a lot of weight in astrological signs, but but it did say my sign and Scorpio do not mix. Hey, worth a try, wasn't it? So this is the thing, okay? Now this is a very odd thing, okay? Now and you're obviously not religious, right? But you know that someone told you that your sign and that sign did not mix. Now, was that just so that let's just put it there. Facebook has a birthday tab. Yeah, absolutely. Use it as a tool. No, not religious. And most people that are going through rough times in their lives aren't. But when you can't take it anymore and you drop down on your knees and you say, Jesus, please, I can't take this anymore. And you have the hair stand up on the back of your neck and you have that feeling and that do not be afraid come over and do that chills. And you're like, oh, why did I wait so long? Why did I wait so long? It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The internet told me my sign did not mix. Yeah. Hey, but 100%. What you people are going to suffer and suffer and suffer. No. But you're spending all this time going away from them. You can't just ask for the. It's usually when you're crying and you're at the bottom of your pit. But they're right. Jesus take the. They're not going. You're not going to get relief just like that. But You've already waited. Okay, this is the thing. Let me tell you how it works here. You've already steered away from him for so long that you've got yourself into this huge mess. So you have to dig away from that. If you spent 50 years getting yourself in trouble, in 3 seconds, it's not going to clear up. You're going to start to clear things up. Jesus saves and comes too quickly in more ways than one. And Jesus, I'm coming. Things just don't work out. So, and that's the thing. Like sometimes you can be made proof to say this is how your life will end up if you spend too much of your life staying away from God. You would be a good salesman for Mike Lindell selling inflated pillows. My pillow guy. Yeah, I know him. I know about who he is. Oh, I think this is making it worse. Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell. He's got a big old mustache. I mean, I need something to drink now that I'm snorting all this. Jam one. No one wants to pay $75 for a pillow to go flat. Is that how much they cost? Well, he's a freaking multi-millionaire. He's the one that's paying for that new news program, that new news network, and just from selling pillows. It's crazy. Phil Swift, that guy, he rules. He looks like an illegal alien. What do you mean? What do illegal aliens look like? He looks like an illegal alien. I'm confused if you're trying to make a joke. Phil Swift, he was the slap chop guy? No, who's the slap chop guy? Phil Swift. Oh, Phil Swift was the yeah, we are all aliens. We are. So what's that song? We'll make great pets. So my friend says we're like the dinosaurs. Only Flex Seal. I used Flex Seal today. I swear to God, I used Flex Seal today. Yes, that's a little bit less depressing. Different species. It's not depressing here. L7, right? L7. So I thought L7 was talking about L7, but he was trying to say life, right? L7. You weren't representing the L7, right? You were just trying to say life. He actually came back. He says it's less depressing now. I'm snorting a bunch of no drip nasal mist. So we're getting it on. Now I'm gonna go grab some iced tea. Yeah, I can't. So you know my best friend Phil McCracken. I picked a bad day to stop sniffing glue. All right, now I want to say I can't remember what movie that was from. I want to say it was Independence Day. I picked a bad day to stop sniffing glue. Alien tape. Yes. I've used alien tape. Yes, very good stuff. It's like that black and gray stuff. It's like stickier than Gorilla tape. Gorilla tape. Yes, I've used alien tape. Very, very good stuff. I picked a bad day. I want to say it was from the Ramones. Was it? I think it was. I think Joey Ramone said that. Dang it! Somebody's got to look it up. Bad day to stop sniffing glue. Oh, talk about the Ramones. What a great band. Let's see. Let me see. Alien tape is double-sided sticky tape, right? But it's got like the green jam, right? And I probably have some. Let me see if I got some right here. Let me see if I've got some. I've got a bunch of tapes. I got a bunch of different tapes. Tape. Hey, I get my tight bond. I can't find it. Anyway, iced tea. That's what I was looking for. My friend. Oh, no. That's not good. Okay, let's see. Do you eat pastries as a child? Every kid in class smelled glue as soon as the teacher said not to. Right. They absolutely want you to. They could absolutely change the chemistry of rubber cement, but they don't. They don't for a reason. They know that like half of the sales of rubber cement is for kids sniffing it. Joey Ramone, not Joey Famine. Joey Ramone did say he sang a song about sniffing glue. Now I want to sniff some glue. Now I want to have something to do. Now I want to sniff some glue. Now I want to have something to do. No, never had a barium. I've never had an enema. Oh, I had a carbon dioxide enema because when they checked my butthole out when I was 40, when I turned 40, they don't want your farts can light on fire and they can blow you up. So they use carbon dioxide to inflate your intestines rather than air. I don't do any drugs. Oops, typo. Didn't include paste. Paste used to be edible. Edible paste. Yeah, that's basically flour and water that flour and water that for like preschool kids. Actually, I think not flour. It's just what's that stuff you can make? You make what's that stuff you make? Dang it, I can't remember what it's called. It looks like flour, and you make like gravy with it. Cornstarch. Good times. Now I want to have something to do. Of course, I've had the Hershey squirts, man, dude. Oh, dude, I remember there was you actually 10 like you might remember this the rotten.com the paste eaters, right. Colonics are great. Then there was the AI song. AI. Oh, then AI was wrong. I don't know that song. Yeah, absolutely. Now I want to sniff some glue. Now I want to have something to do. By the Ramones. I absolutely yes. I used to have long hair, much longer than this, like down to my nipples, and so the girls in my I used to wear a leather jacket. This is in high school, and the girls used to paint my leather jacket with acrylic paint. They would paint something different every day, and they would use paper mache and put like paper mache strips in my hair to make my hair look even like longer. I went to school in a zoo. I my school was pretty dang cool, and I had something to do with that. So I was the only person in school that had a recording studio because this was 30 years ago. And so we had like the wiggers and the blacks and the skinheads and the punk rockers and the preppies and the jocks and so there, but everybody wanted to make music. Yeah, I like George Thorogood, absolutely. Um, but so I had a recording studio. So everybody would come over to my house to record because they wanted to get out of being poor by making music. So the hip hopper wanted somebody to play drums, so then the country guy would do this, and so everybody got to know each other. So there was no like big like race war fight type stuff in my school. My school was huge. Glen Burnie Senior High had like 3,000 people there, and we had like 7 buildings on campus. We actually had a campus for our high school. Going good. I would shit a golden brick if this was really Jack using AI to mask himself. He loved women. Bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone. Black Hawk says. Who's Jack? Jack Mehoff? Jack is not this high strung. Yep, I'm high strung. I'm high strung. I'm high strung and the bubble gum. Oh, I've got good bubble gum. I've got really good bubble gum. I got double bubble. Double bubble isn't made with artificial sweeteners. It's so good. So good. I love it. I'd show it. But yeah, going back to Hershey Squirts. Rotten.com was a website, and they had this kid that was like at like I want to say it was the 1999, the 20-year anniversary of of Woodstock, and he just like bent over like off of like a cliff and squirted out this stream of freaking diarrhea that was so disgusting because he was up drinking beer and crap all night. It was so. Have you watched Jack's up? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's that not Italian and not Indian Irish. That Irish. Yep. Yeah, it was really bad. It was amazing how that's like the gut pressure. And I'm saying it shot out like it had to have been 8 feet. It had to have been 8 feet, and I didn't realize that you could have that much gut pressure. Like you think that much pressure would rupture something inside of you, but he. Somebody do a Google search for rotten.com diarrhea pic. Did he make diarrhea, or he didn't hit the wall? He was just blasting it out into the ether. He was like on the edge of a cliff, and like he just turned around so his butthole was facing the cliff. He bent over, like, shh. Yeah, that's nasty. Life can be nasty, but yeah, diarrhea can be rough. Diarrhea was the number one killer for it. I don't know if I want that on my search history. Oh, my head just turned red. It's become popular art for women. Oh yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah, I didn't know about him selling it to prisoners, but I've heard him use period cups to get their menstrual grade. I have enough nightmares, dude. This is the thing that's amazing about disgusting stuff. Like I said, it makes you think about how the human body works. Like, how did he shoot this diarrhea stream 8 feet asunder? You know, it's just like, yeah, it's just absolutely, yeah, I can't be back. I'm gonna pin that. Sorry. Well, 8 feet, dude. Okay, so he's probably 6 foot tall, bent over, and it was at least three of his body lengths. I mean, like, well, so the top half of his body is like 3 feet, so 3, 6, 9, almost 8 feet. Yeah, it was rough. I wasn't there, but I don't believe in mankind. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't believe in? You don't have faith in mankind, or you don't believe we exist? We use you can use your green snot for metallic neon paint. You can use green snot for metallic. How metallic? Metallic means metal like. Only wild animals have largest. Only wild animals have the largest in charge and have feelings with a failure to. That's definitely true. And so, if you think about why we've come so separated, is because we lost our belief system. We used to people used to use religion as a way to give people value and ourselves value because we're made in the image of God. That's why we have value. Now people don't believe in God anymore, and so they're like, "Oh, we're just a clump of cells. You're not a baby. You're just a clump of cells." That's crazy. So if you're just a clump of cells when you get aborted, then what are you when you grow up? Avery says, "Okay, buddy." Your brain cells living in giants' brains. None of it's real. I could possibly agree with you there. I believe animals killed little Jesus. That could definitely have possibly happened too. And do you think he rose from the dead then also? It's getting. Why is it getting so bright in here all of a sudden? Why are you talking like? Oh, this can't be good. Maybe I'm going to heaven. Is it getting bright? Is it getting bright in there to everybody else? Or just me. That's weird. This is like a bar room for friends to come talk about. Blinded by the light, lit up like a butcher on the middle of the night. We're here to have fun, to teach people, and to learn from people, and to hang out with our friends there, buddy. Wrapped up like a douche, like a roller in the night, like a douche. We can do magic. Absolutely, I believe in magic. I believe in magic. I believe. Right, dude. Dude, you want to see a picture of me when I was young? Dang, I can't do it. Can I? No, I can't. Maybe I can. Maybe I can grab my tablet. Oh, we'll do it some other stream. But yeah, so I got. Oh, it's magic. Never believe it's not so. Olives affect the same brain receptors as catnip. Wait a second. Olives in cats? So giving cats olives? This is what I'm talking about, Avery. This is what this stream's all about. Giving everybody learning off everybody else. I love that. Woof man. Olives affect the same brain receptors as catnip in cats. And I got a cat. Let me see if I got olives. All right. I will hold on. Is it if I have olives, they're probably pickled olives, like olives in brine. Right, right, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest downfall is when people stop learning. And I think that school is so horrible for so many kids that they just stop learning and they're just like, I'm a robot. They turn into the NPC feeling. And absolutely, every day, brother, every day, Avery. Let's put you on the wall, brother. Every day. Avery. I don't think anyone would object for a 48-year-old going back to grade school. What do you mean? Absolutely not. Not if you're a liberal. JFK Jr. talked about cell phone radiation, but failed to mention why the respected sleep in bunkers, or why you can buy your wife and children EMF bed canopies. Hold on. Heck yeah, brother. Weird Al Yankovic. I've seen Weird Al twice. I've seen him once in New York and once in Virginia. I'm sorry. Yes, once in Washington, D.C. and once in Virginia. JFK Jr. talked about cell phone radiation, but failed to mention why the respected sleep in bunkers, or why you can buy your wife and children EMF bed canopies. Oh, gotcha. Isoprenoids including. Okay, Neil pectone. That's the chemical that's in catnip, right? Okay, right. Compound also found catnip. Right? Okay, Neil pectone. Yeah. Mitt Romney looks like Mitt Romney. They do look like. Does he have a cone? My cat? No. I don't think Levin's ever had a cone. Maybe. Oh, yes. Once, right. He got into a fight and he got gashed way the hell open, so he had to get stitches on his neck. No, JFK Jr. Oh, RFK Jr. is I think you're talking about. Eric, you're talking about RFK Jr., right? Yeah, JFK Jr. is dead. JFK Jr. a clown. I freaking love this. I love it. This is the greatest ever. This is the greatest thing ever. I love this. I love streams. This is the greatest thing. I love live streams. Thank you, Lord, for bringing these people into my room. You should see when Amish school ends for the day and everyone leaves on bicycles and safety vests. It's the greatest thing. In Congress, they have JFK. Yeah. Oh, they do still have a JFK Jr.? No, it's a clone. You should see it. I would love to see video of Amish school ending. So I can't. Okay, when I got my laptop back in here, I'm gonna start doing streams from my laptop so I can look up what you guys are talking about and we can see it. Everybody can see it. So that way, I think it'd be much better. RFK, yeah, very famous. I would say, absolutely. He's been, I mean, he's like 70, and he's like 76 years old. And this is something that's very weird. When I was a youth, when I was 13, 15 years old, 45 was old as shit, like gray hair and like using walkers and stuff. And now you got people that are like 75. Joe Rogan's 58 and he's beefcake buff. He looks like he's in his late 30s. So something crazy. The Amish also like to drive Chevy Astros. The Amish can drive vans? Sammy Johns and Chevy van. Sammy Johns. Sammy Johns. Sammy John. Dude, I'm telling you something, brother. Brother, I thought the same thing too, man. When I realized how much control was taken away from me, and this is something very interesting about religion, about what I found out too, is we've been given um not free thought, what's it called? Free free will. And it's very weird when you see people try to take that away from you. Like basically only thing that like the society government does is they try to take your free will away. Anything that you want to do, that you want to experience on this planet, they just restrict you from. Very weird. I gave a girl a ride in my wagon. She jumped in, took control. She jumped in and took control. That sounds familiar too. We got a lot of horse and buggies out. So I lived in Baltimore, and we would go up to Pennsylvania, and I remember seeing a bunch of those buggies with the big old red triangles on the back. I have no rights. Free Willy the Whale. So the song Chevy. Oh yeah. I wouldn't wish my experiences on anyone. Eric, I want to hear about your experiences, my friend. Eric, so me and Kat have a podcast that's going to be coming out soon, and we need people to talk to about our experiences. If you want, brother, giant horse patties on the road apples. Ugh. Can you imagine hitting them at like 60 miles? Could you imagine hitting a horse turd at like 120 miles an hour? Yep, they definitely have horse diapers. They definitely do. Or big ass bags that hang below their tail that just collect those jabalabas. Jabalaba. Jabalaba. But yeah, Eric, dude, I'm telling you what, like 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 the average person and like the only people that media and stuff care about are the people that are created their own peril. Like the people, I cut my dick off. Okay, well, why'd you do that? Because Facebook told me to, Twitter told me to. It's like people that just haven't, like, well, my wife did this, my ex-girlfriend did that, yada yada yada, stuff that like that life brought their way. Those are the people that have the real, that have the, like, that actually still live, that live through it. The people that create their own hell know that they created their own hell because they did it for likes and views, likes, clicks. And I was hunted, poisoned, given $20 million bail. Dude, we need to talk, brother. Big Richard's boner. I'm funny. Be right back. Okay. All right. But yeah. So Eric, if you go to my channel, you can look. I have, if you want soft view, or you can join a bunch more live streams. But if you feel like it, send me your email. You can go to 110 or I gotta change my email too. But it's 13th grade at gmail.com. But you can go to my channel. You can go to the 110th grade channel. Oh yeah, we all do, brother. Yeah, right. You need help. You can't create your own help. No, I'm not talking about subscribing. No, if you want to email me, if you're interested in telling your story, I'm interested in documenting it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And you can do it. You can do it in a month if you want to. You can do it today if you want to. But absolutely. And we'll get it once. Yes, I'm a teacher. This is 110th grade. It's 110% I'm willing to give to my students. Anyone that wants to learn. I'm actually retired from the movie industry too, and I say this all the time because I got new people. So I was in the movie industry. I was a prop maker. I build movie sets and props. So and I quit to do with Cat B that's on the stream here. We're building 110th grade the teaching platform. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Avery. And so I quit the movie industry in order to do YouTube full time because this is so freaking awesome. And you can't teach kids in classes. They mix up kids that they mix up too many kids that have too many different psychological pings and pangs about them that you can't do that. What's the coolest problem, dude? I made the spaceship for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and 3. That's pretty dang cool. I got some of the stuff upstairs. I'll bring it down tomorrow. I'll bring down some of my stuff. I've done the big ass boat, the boat from Jungle Cruise. I helped build. I didn't build it myself, but I helped construct that big ass boat. I built the back ass end of the boat where, if you've seen the movie, where once The Rock builds the boat and he paints the name of the boat on the back. I built that part. I built that. Um, well, I say keep taking credit. Me and my buddy Jeff built it. Um, but dude, I mean, cool props. I built this huge sides of big ass spaceships, big ass guns coming off, and I've built so many cool things. I've built this thing that got sunk in water. It was also part of Jungle Cruise when they went underwater, and there was this secret passage that they had to like spin rocks open and it had to work. So I helped build all that. Did you build did you build the boat for Gary Hart called Monkey? No. Monkey business. That was old school. But yeah, I've done a lot. I've done a lot, and so it's gotten to the point where I'm enjoying this so much more. I mean, and the thing is, like, kids have been taught so incorrectly, and now you have people that are pranking kids, telling them that they can be cats and dogs and piss and shit in their own classrooms. Have you seen the trunk monkey videos? Yes, yes, I have. He built the Great Wall of China by himself. It's a very small, but yes, I built. What was that? Oh, that was me. Sorry. All right. All right. That was me too. That was me again. Ah, there we go. My apologies. Okay, that's getting clear. Yes, the trunk monkey. That shit was funny. That's a fucking he felt that guy calling shit out of the silverback gorilla. Silverback's not a monkey. That's a gorilla. It was chest up. Yes. Did you see where like the three or four of them start freaking beating the shit out of each other in the zoo? And like the people are like, "Where's the zookeeper? What do you think a zookeeper's gonna do with three big ass freaking silverbacks beating the living piss shit fire out of each other? You ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna watch. You're gonna place bets. That's what you're gonna do." But yeah, if you watch that, I mean, we're talking like freaking like meat, freaking swinging crazy, crazy, crazy. I highly recommend it. There are men in real life who are silverback monkeys. I think I have to agree with you there, Ted Light. I believe in chimpanzees. I believe in orangutans. I believe chimpanzees and orangutans are one time. They absolutely are. So in 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 Washington D.C. in the Washington D.C. National Zoo, they have what's called the O line, and oh, the O line, and orangutans can just walk over top of you. They have have a hand over hand on this wire, and they have another wire that they use their hand feet, and they can walk over top of you. And one time they jumped off, so then I think they stopped it, or they limited where it was. But there was no cage; they could walk right over top of you. They could piss and shit on you. They could spit on you. They could throw stuff at you. But yeah, but they were smart enough to not do that. I think they knew where their food was and everything. They're brilliant. I think they're just species that speak a different language but understand humans very well. They've been here for a lot longer than we have. I saw a video from the mom asked, what was it? I saw a video where the mom asked, What is this? It was a gorilla toy, and the kid said, "Daddy." I think I saw that too. It was the jelly filled, like the gooey filled gorilla. I think I saw that too. I'm through with standing in line at clubs. I'll never get into. I'm through with standing in lines at clubs. I'll never get into. I'm through with standing. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know, Space Cowboy. It's not. That's not even drawing a suspicion. Suspicious. Suspiciously. I'm through with standing in lines. Unless you're just being what you call it, Nickelback. Oh, there's your problem. Nickelback. Give me my nickel back. Give me my money back, you bitch. And my black t-shirt. Have you ever done? Yes, lots, a whole lot of them, Avery. I got my lip pierced. Okay, I didn't know it's fake. Yes, I've done lots of sweaty dogs. I'm 48, Avery. I did a lot when I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. My ex was psychological. Yes, lots of mushrooms and lots of mushrooms. Big fan, big fan. Lots of mushrooms. Big fan of the mushrooms. I mean, not anymore. Psychedelic or like LSD, magic mushrooms. You have the personality of a person. Thank you. uh, Thank you, Avery. I'll take that as a compliment. I believe, and I tell you what, it's caused me not to hate. It's caused me to search information and to know people. The mushroom tips. You like the mushroom tips, 10 light. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, right, yes. So it's definitely caused me to go search more information. It made me quit college. I like to think I do. Thank you. I'd like to think I have a great outlook on life. And the thing is I didn't always, but once once I found a reason for there to be life, it all cleared up for me within a week. Which one? You want to talk about mushroom tips or mushroom trips? You want to talk about mushroom tips? I know what you're trying to do there. How was my day, Kip? My day was very good. I had a very good day. I helped my neighbors. I played with my chickens and I played with my cat. I did some live streaming. Had a pretty good, I had an hour and a half stream earlier today. Was really good. Very good. How was your day, Kip? I got you, brother. I got you. I got you, Kip. Texas Kip. Texas Kip. Bam. I played with my mushroom. That's when I pulled out my mushroom tip. When I put it out, went drip, drip, drip. I didn't know she had the G.I. Joe kung fu grip, and I went, and the girl caressed me down. I went, that's the loving sound. I don't have multiple 10 light, but yeah, I had a good day. Good. You had a good day too. That's good, Kim. But yeah. Does anybody know who that is? That's Sublime. Sublime. But yeah, yeah. I like nobody makes me mad anymore. I love my enemy type thing. Yeah. Have you ever put Snickers in a? No. That's a baby Ruth. That's a baby Ruth, buddy. Snickers won't do it. Baby Ruth is covered with nuts, so it's nuts covered with chocolate, so it looks like a nutty lumpy turd. But yeah, imagine the views you could get with a toilet seat over your head. Yes, I saw that. What's his face? I can't remember his name. Ice Cream Man, Skibbity. Did you ever wear knickerbockers? Knickerbockers. Can't remember what they are. Knickerbockers. Those shoes, right? You should try some Fat Freddy's drop. Hold on. You should try some Fat Freddy's drop or some Jesse Wells. You think? Little Fat Freddy's. No, we say Knickerbockers are shorts, aren't they? vagina. It depends. There are many scents of a vagina. Music artistas. Yes. Oh no, I'm familiar. I'm familiar. Fat Freddy's. Why do elderly people end up at the same height when they get old? That's because of bone degeneration. Their spinal column start to shrink, gravity starts taking toll, and it's because they never do spinal decompressions. Listen, if you want to make sure your back doesn't hurt in life, you need to do spine decompressions for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. What you do is you put your hands down on the seat and just lift your butt up off the seat so that your butt's not touching the seat, like on the arms of the chair, and just hang, let your spine decompress, and you'll actually feel it happen. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. I thought old people were supposed to shrink. They're not supposed to. They do. Yeah, they do because they don't work out anymore. They don't exercise anymore. And yeah. And so like your gums are basically muscles. The reason we get crooked teeth in modernity is because we don't eat, like, we're not eating meat off of the bone and stuff like that. We're eating soft, mushy, cooked food, so our gums get soft and our teeth float around. They do it if they sit on a booty all day. Stretching helps reduce stroke risk. Exercise helps depression, suicidal ideation, psychosis, a bunch of stuff. Because when you exercise, you have all these crazy chemicals in your muscles that when you squeeze your muscles, you're basically wringing out these toxins, so you can get out. Stretching helps everything. Actually, muscle work helps everything. And so that's why I used to hate doing chores and stuff like that, but it was the only exercise and work that I would get. So now I actually love it. I actually enjoy it because I feel so much better when I do like work. Lactic acid, very correct, sir. Very correct. That's what causes the muscles. When a muscle gets overworked and gets cramped, that's lactic acid. Yes, sir. Speaking of exercise, I got a lowly 15-mile bike ride. You mentioned that craziness, Space Cowboy, that you ride like 1,000 miles over the course of like a summer, right? And I ate a couple of bugs. Yeah, that can definitely happen. Oh, you did get in a 15-mile. Heart attack, right? Do you know why? Do you know why heart attacks are common for men? Women. I've eaten an ant. Oh, dude. Ant lollipops. So I saw someone eating a cricket lollipop, and it had a stress and pain, suffering will cause muscle cramping. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's called. Dang it, what's the chemical? It's cortisol. The chemical cortisol is released in the body. It's also released in the body when you argue with your loved ones. Protein, 100%. That's why I've got eight chickens now, just so I can handle my own protein. So I can handle. I don't have to go. I don't have to go buy protein from the store. I can get it here, and no matter how much our government screws with our food and whatever, I've got food here. My chickens are not to be eaten; they're to lay eggs. But I do have 2 roosters. It's becoming apparent. So it's that defiantly. I think he means definitely, defiantly. Definitely possible if you ride 30 miles a day for 4 days. If you ride 30 miles 4 days a week for 10 weeks, yeah, that's a lot, dude. The crazy British guy who in Instagram shows, there he is. That one rooster is a BBC. Big black cockatoo. Big black cockatoo. Jesus Christ has entered the chat, which I may or may not have done. Yeah, that dude. So I agree that working out that much does great things to the brain. There's things called runner's high, and there's endorphins that are released when you exercise that much, and that's probably what you're chasing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing; it's a good thing. Jesus says crickets are a huge source of protein in much of the world. That's very, very true. A lot of bugs, big spiders, and stuff like that, and crickets. Yes, crickets. They were talking about, because crickets are so easily, it reproduces so quickly. They were talking about making that a protein source in America. And when they started flooding America with migrants, they were talking about using those bugs again because they can make easy protein sources. I almost got a spider. Oh, dude, just get regular lollipops. What's up with the spiders and shit? I had a buddy, guitar player, who ate the legs because this cricket kept jumping around. He caught the damn cricket and he ripped its legs off and ate it. His name was can't remember his name. Chris. Was it Chris? My brother's guitar player. Can't remember his name. Crickets are protein. Yeah. Would you eat? I would not eat a bug burger. No, I would say I'm fasting. I have a new digital odometer, so I will see how many miles by the end of the time. Dude, you should definitely make sure that you use your phone to GPS plot it so you can actually see it. I have just started to eat much more than I used to. Because I eat like 7 times a day. I've heard that fruit fly patties. Ugh, that sounds familiar too. I believe so. So you know what's odd about the fruit fly? The fruit fly was studied in almost every high school. They had fruit fly labs for genetics, and like even when I like 30 years ago, I've starved most of my life. Well, that's different. Starve and struggle are like men are like fat. So they call that fasting in religion. They call it religious suffering. Deer flies. Ugh. Fruit flies are not going to hurt you if you eat maggots. No, they're not going to hurt you. No, but it's odd that they were the reason for them in schools. They were doing genetic testing because there's only like 6 different things you can do with a fruit fly: red eyes, blue eyes, or red eyes, black eyes, wing overlap, wing not overlap, front legs. And they're very easy to see what kind of horse flies are bastards. They bit the piss out of me when I was a kid, and we would go swimming in a swimming pool, and for some reason when we were wet, they would bite the shit out of us. We had blood streaming down our backs. Deer flies, deer ticks. You know, it's crazy. Me, horse flies are good. Horse flies are evil. But yeah, and it's an interesting thing about the drugs in our food and why fasting for at least like a bunch of hours can typically be good is most people don't poop enough, and you need to get the tie. Like a lot of depression and stuff like that can also be tied to people that don't poop enough. I have hummingbirds that come inside my house and sit down right next to me, so I don't have any that sit next to me. It's a trip. So all the hummingbirds are around my house, and I have a lot. And you can check them out when I'm in the morning. I've got lots. I've got like 12 hummingbird feeders all around. They sword fight with their freaking beaks. You can hear them click, click, click. And they're vicious. They're vicious little bastards. I always get a swarm of deer flies chasing me on my bike. They can never catch me because they're too slow, and they get tired. Yeah, you're like, oh, I got you. They're psychotic. They're violent as shit. They'll drink out of a feeder, and then they'll go sit on a branch a few feet away. And then when another one comes, they go wham, and you hear them like poke them in the head. It's like click, click. Yes, they're definitely crazy. They're very interesting to watch. But when they chase after you, or they see their reflection and they don't know it's a reflection, but they want to kill that son of a bitch. So they fly in and wham, and they hit the glass so hard. They've got this gland, this thing inside of the back of their neck full of sugar water. So that's how they can float. It like goes opposite the way they're moving, so that it's like stabilization. But when they hit the glass, when they fly into a glass, they like spit up. So there's like a big splash of water, and they're unconscious. Boom, on the ground for a few seconds. I'm like, I'm so sweet. I'm so sweet. The sugar ants love me. Oh, I could tell you a bad story about fire ants. So I used to cut grass for Peachtree City when I first moved down to Georgia. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody know anything. And then I had to wait for my before I started in the movie industry. You have to wait for your union card, and so I'm cutting grass, and I'm behind one of the so I'm on the zero turn mower, and I cut the grass in front of a
guardrail, and then you have to take the weed whacker and go on the backside of the guardrail. So I'm weed whacking, weed whacking, weed whacking, and then all of a sudden I realized that there was big ass fire ant hills that I weed whacked, and then I walked through. So there's billions of them on me, eating the shit out of me. I jump over the guardrail, I throw the freaking weed whacker, and I take my pants off, and I start like squeegeeing my legs to get the fire ants off. And people are just laughing because they know, ha ha, you got the fire ants, and I'm like dumb. It was so torture. Yeah, movie industry, yes. No, no, not adult. I've actually made some soft core stuff, but no, yes, I'm a prop, but I'm still a prop maker. But I've retired to do retired. I quit to do YouTube full time. It's definitely torture. It hurts so bad. They burn so bad, and the thing is, you know that they're walking, they're marching towards your doolally, and you're like, you don't want your nutsticles to be freaking ant food. I was a fluffer. Be ready now. 2 seconds. I was a fluffer. Jackalope. I have a real life jackalope. I have a real life jackalope. I was a fluffer. OJC. OJC was a fluffer. Yeah, I'm going to hell. Yeah, so if you don't know what a fluffer is, people, when you have like another male actor getting ready to go do his scene, he's got to keep his doolally up at attention. So fluffers tickle the pickle for a nickel to get the. I spotted a chupacabra the other day. He said, "I'm a chupacabra and I am gay. The Great Wall of China built me." Bam! What up, ND Beats? Jackalopes. Damn autocorrect. Avery Jones, thanks for that. Hey, it's education. A fluffer is a man for a man. No, a fluffer is a term. It's a term in the adult movie industry to keep someone that keeps a male actor hard. That's what a fluffer does. A fluffer nutter is a gay man. Yeah. But a fluffer is actually someone that they're fluffing up the doolally. Can you import your women like the president and vice president? Yeah, absolutely. They're called, what do they call those people? Passport bros. We can go band for band. Look at that, we can go M for M. We can go cent for cent. So a man in the adult industry will fluff for another man. So it depends. Yeah, it can be a man or a woman. It can be whoever. It can be they, them. It's just someone that keeps the male star fluffed up. So if you have to like cut, so you're like, oh, we're getting it on, and then the woman's got to go like fiddle with herself in front of the camera, and the male star's sitting off to the side. He's gonna go, oh. So you want to make sure he doesn't go, oh. So they got someone else fluffing him. We can go inch for inch. Fuck that. We can go millimeter for millimeter. They call me Millimeter Peter. If I was a dude, I would not want another man fluffing my doolally. Agreed. You mean bricked. I recommend importing your women. And unfortunately, because of what's been done to the men and the women of America from the hardcore propaganda freaking bullshit, people have no idea how relationships are supposed to work. They're not taught at all. They're not taught at home. They're not taught in school. They're taught by other people on social media that don't know what they're doing. What's the darkest pickup line you heard? I can't say, my brother. I cannot say. I cannot say. But I once actually heard someone say that he would drink a gallon of her piss to get to her vagina. I've actually heard that be used. Get in the van. The greatest generation didn't have the same birth style as the family they represented. No, right. Absolutely. That's exactly true. 100%. 100% true. You know what's weird is this has got menthol in it and it's meant to shoot up your nose. I don't have a P.O. box. I wish I did. I don't want to talk to some woman because of the LGBTQ thing where people assume I want to do it. Hold on. I don't even want to talk to someone. Oh, I know what you mean. Right. or people assume I want to do that. Right. Right. No, I understand. Absolutely. It can definitely happen. Right. Because everybody, and even people that aren't gay, are testing it out because it seems to be so okay. I do. I got Bird Box. Cat, you got a PO box? You know what, Avery? Avery, I think they're like $7 a month. I'll go. I'll get one. I'll pick one up tomorrow. I haven't. I do. I do. I got bird boxes. Oh, dang it! I got a fart box. Cat, you're walking on a tight line. Uh, yeah, I'll give it a try, brother. Absolutely. Sure, brother. Absolutely. Avery, what state are you in? I'm. Did you ever tell me? I don't know. I don't have it written down. What state are you in, Avery? I'm in Georgia. I don't know if you mentioned New Hampshire. Okay. But yeah, I'll get a PO box tomorrow, and yeah, absolutely. Actually, I don't even care if you send it to my house. Why don't you email me and I'll just give you my address? But I'll set up a PO box tomorrow anyway because you're not you're the second person that's asked me that. So I'll make that happen because it's only been 2 days. All right, live two, a New England fella. Hello, New England fella. It's if you go to my channel, go to the 110th grade channel and go to the actual channel and go to view more. You'll see it in there. It'll say 13th grade at gmail.com. Yeah, brother, it's there. Absolutely. Oh, my address. Isn't Georgia dangerous? Dangerous to who? I mean, I think it's pretty kick-ass, dude. I'm from Maryland originally, Bodymore Murderland. That's what they called Baltimore, Maryland. So compared to Bodymore Murderland, no, Georgia's pretty chill, really chill. And where I live like in the country, basically. I mean, not really. I mean, basically, I mean, I have big ass farms around me and stuff like that. Tied to your mama house. Your mama house. Ever heard of the farm? The funny farm? The nut hut? Space cow. Space cow up in the super cow. That's what I was thinking. Super cow. Bob Shaw's farm. Bob Shaw's farm. That sounds. Oh, that's Bob Dobbs. Bob Shaw. That sounds familiar too. Damn it, Bob Shaw's farm. Let me grab my tablet. My tablet. If you like penis coladas, Shaw Carpet, biggest company in Georgia. Biggest company in Georgia. Georgia Pacific Manufacturing Koch Brothers. If Georgia was a good state, it would not leave people to be homeless, you know. Yeah, I understand that 100%. I mean, it's not just Georgia. That's for sure, but I agree. It's the bluest red state. They made okay. What am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the wrong thing. All right. So what did I want to say? They make carpet there because it requires a lot of water. So also, well, Maryland had Mohawk carpet, which was like one of the largest ones. It was also weird. So I went from freaking Maryland to Georgia. Yes, it's right. It's very blue. Right. But but it's the bluest red state. Like almost all the people that live here. It's blue because Atlanta, but everybody else, like I don't know hardly any like straight up like cut your dick off liberals. Costume. What do I want to wear for a stream? If I send you a costume, yes, absolutely, 100%, brother, 100% ND. Did you know in Italians two favorite letters include A and O? Ass and oral, avocados and oregano. Did you know in Italians two favorite letters? Atlanta does not care about, no, not at all. No. There's way too much of a drug problem and drug culture in Atlanta. They know that if you're poor in Atlanta, you're probably using drugs because if not, just sell drugs and you'll make money. But that's what they think. No, brother, no takebacks. Deal. Hold on. As long as it doesn't get me fired or what you call it. But yeah, I don't mind. It can have a big old freaking dong along on my forehead. Atlanta, huge prostitution problem. Huge. That goes back to the drug problem. I mean, Atlanta's absolutely nuts. I already agreed. Good. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'll wear it as long as it doesn't hurt me. If it doesn't, and it better be washable. That's gonna cost you a bundle and a half to shit him the costume. To shit him the costume. I want to know, Space Cowboy, why your phone didn't autocorrect shit to ship anyway. You must use that word a lot. That's getting. Okay, can you bring it back to America? Bring what back to America? I'm in America. Space cow. America space cow. I'm in America. North Dakota beats. I think this stuff's got speed in it or something. Oxymethylazone. Red Roof in Atlanta settles with victims in historic sex trafficking case, lawyer says. I'm on a laptop and it does not. Oh, okay, my bad. America. I live on a temporary shelf. Brother. No, oxymethylzone. Meta's alone. Dang it. I hit the wrong dang button again. Leak. Prostitution grows rampant. Yeah. That's why I moved to Atlanta. Elf on a shelf. I used to know somebody that was addicted to Afrin. Like they would freaking freak out. No dick. I don't get no dick. No dick gets beat. No dick gets beat. You can't beat you. Oh, brother. It's okay. It'll happen. Somebody will beat your dick. Prostitute. Yeah, there's a lot of prostitutes. Lots. I went to jail in Atlanta once for driving on a driving with no insurance. I had Geico, I had State Farm, and I switched to Geico. And when you switch, your registration gets canceled. So there's no registration. Can lead to increased heart rate, fast pounding heartbeat, or increased blood sugar or other blood pressure. Jesus Christ, please forgive him for his sins. Uh-oh, what's happening, brother? So I guess I was right. Okay. Oh, this is what I was going to say earlier. This has got menthol in it, right? And I have menthol goo. What's that stuff they call it? Vicks Vapor Rub, and Vicks Vapor Rub says don't use around or in your nostrils, and you're shooting this in your nostrils. What time is changing of the guard? Store. Jesus Christ comes back. That race asked. What did I say? I don't remember what I said. At 11 p.m. Changing of the guard. That's 10:50 right now. Yeah, this is way different. But this has menthol in it also. Like Vic says, not musical. Time to make some noise. Menthol is racist. Menthol is definitely racist. 100%. Menthol cigarettes, 100% meant for the blacks. Guaranteed. I don't know the yeah. So yes, I play guitar. I play 6-string guitar. I play 4-string bass. I play the drums. I play the keys, and I sing. But I sing better than I can play any other instruments. I'm going to bed, Cat. All right, Cat. I play the skin flute. I play the triangle. Ding. I play the bags. I've tried playing bagpipes, dude. I tried. It's so difficult. And I tried playing the accordion because of Weird Al Yankovic. Oh, Cat. Kitty, 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 kitty. Cat gets some love. Love. Oh, it's all coming. See, that's what I'm saying. This is the most awesome. This is the most awesome stream. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh, dude. Okay, I knew this girl, Anastasia. Anastasia. She was Russian, Ukrainian. She slept at one of those Atlanta prostitution hotels, and she got bug bites bit all over her body. I play slide whistle. I figured Jesus Christ would just be watching. That's crazy because gorillas eat mint. Or after a smiting. I'm going to tell your dad. Wow, I'm hoping for a royal flush. Can I get a royal flush? I'm hoping for a royal flush. Stop playing with the children. Stop playing with the children. Allah? My dad, Allah. Yeshua. Yeshua. Father, son, cops. Owner has to peel man. Cops say that an owner had to peel a man charged with bestiality off the horse. And that's also in Georgia. That's cray cray. Oh, let me see if I have it. Let me see. I don't think it's what I have. Let me see. Internet. Dang it. I don't have it on there either. I don't have it on here either. It was Spain. I don't know. We'll see. Machine Gun Kelly is the best rapper of a horse. Let's be cops. Hold on. I missed what Eric said. Have you ever been out of the country? Yep. Have I? Yeah. So I've been out of the country. Yes. I've been to the British Virgin Islands, the American Virgin Islands and stuff like that, but I've never been to another continent. But I've been all over the United States. I was in a tour. I've been all over the United States. Machine Gun Kelly is the best rapper of all time. He raps a horse. Have you ever seen the movie Let's Be Cops? No, I've never heard of it. Kenneth Sellner, 21, is accused of committing sexual acts with his mother's horse while she was away. Maricopa, that's Florida. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office by KPH Kippaho News staff Jordan Gartner. 21-year-old Kenneth Sellner is accused of committing sex acts with his mother's horse while she was away. Would it have been any different if she was there? You're killing me, Smalls. Kenneth Sellner's mother, Kenneth Sellner, was born in November. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Ugh. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being like 46, 43, 41, 40, and being like, when I was 21, I got arrested for fucking a horse. 1978. I was 1977. January 10th, 1977. That's my birth date. Space Cowboy wants some help. He wants some help before he goes to Denmark. Danish. I love Danishes. I love cheese Danishes. They're so good. Let's see. There we go. Hedger Medzer. Surgener. Hedger Medzer Surgener. The other hobbies. Well, there we go with that. All right, let's get that happening. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And spicy here. What are my other hobbies, dude? Okay, so I mean, I've raising chickens, YouTube, building stuff. I love to build stuff. Computers. I love computers. Hello, Tails. I don't really play video games anymore. That was a previous hobby, but not. I mean, more computer games than actual, like, this was way back in the day also too. This was before like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Skiing. I used to love to ski. But that's not really anymore. Shooting pool. I used to love to shoot pool. Tail hook convention. Hello, Tails. Dude, I got a lot of hobbies. I love to do a lot of things. I love doing a lot of shit, and I think everyone should. People like, but one of my favorite hobbies is whatever is to be with other people. That's it. Whatever, and I'll basically do. I'll try any hobby pretty much, as long as people are like. I mean, I don't really like alone hobbies. I like trains. 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 There you go. Oh, hold on. ND's got it in 2 languages. Let's put him up there for once. There we go. I like trains. Let's see. Oh. I like trains. I like trains. I like trains. My ex like trains. Vormar, Mensker, Taylor Pod, DT Sprague versus English. You do a good traumatic brain injury person. Thank you. So I'll tell you one of my pieces of advice to people is you have to realize, and it's put down all the time, is people have to realize that America's #1 export is entertainment. So if you can learn how to be entertaining, and people will say, "Oh, that's rude." Oh, no, it's only rude for whatever when Democrats are in office. Now that Republicans are in office, you can actually have comedy again. But yeah, and being able to do that, if you can learn to act to use the different muscles of your face and stuff, use all the different muscles and everything, you can do a lot of stuff, and you can entertain people. Yeah, number one export financially, right? Um, like we make entertainment is America's number one export in what sense? And okay, so global influence in terms of cultural influence and global impact. America's entertainment is often considered the leading export. The dominance of industries like Hollywood, yada 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 yada. And okay, and also rock and roll, country music, global presence, right? So we like you the so music, movies, and stuff like that. Dang it, what did I miss? The Danes are one of the. What's the next? Okay. What are the top five United States exports? Petroleum, refined petroleum gas, gas turbines, and cars. You said no more. Eric, did I perform in a circus? H2B visa program, right? That's pretty true too. U.S. exports, meth, diabetes, right? Absolutely. Oh, right, and freaking COVID fucking shots, freaking shots. That's a pretty big export, bastards. And I mean, if that, so this is a very interesting thing, and people should definitely know this. Okay, about so back in the early days, we had the mafia and the mob in America, and that's how you got your drugs and your whores. Stop sending meth to us Canadians. Yeah, right. Meth binds with our syrup and kills us. Space cow. Space cow. Most of the young generation do, but not old people. What? Oh, you're calling Space Cowboy Space Cow. Damn it. This whole time. We have the Black Panthers. Vegas was built by Vegas. Okay, not only Vegas was built by the mob, pharmaceutical industry was also built by the mob. When the mobsters had to get out of America from all the RICO, they didn't all go to jail. They went legal. They began the pharmaceutical industries. They're just selling drugs to us in a different way, and they're getting fucking rich. Was the mafia? No, 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 no. Well, 1920s to the 70s. So the Holocaust was in 1939 to 1945. Yeah, I'm still alive. In 2 hours and 3 minutes. Yeah, so that's absolutely crazy. The goat. OOTG. OO to goat. OOTG. This is a Holocaust. Dude, right, exactly. This is a Holocaust. Like 100%. So okay, so if you want to know why trans has been being pushed the past 4 years, especially, it's because trans patients spend $1.7 million over the course of their life in medical care. The average American only spends like 10 to 20,000 on medical care. So if you can convince people to become trans, you create customers that are going to spend 1.7 million. So a hell of a lot more than they would have spent had they not been trans. Can you go bald? No, I can't go bald on stream. My head is absolutely way too scarred up and fucked up. Like I got like eczema or some shit up in here too. So yeah, I'm not going bald. I got like no, ain't happening. I could show you as close to bald as I ever got. I had like hair like this long, and that was like the beginning of last year. I'll show you in a second. I'll show you right here. YouTube, dude. I look like a freaking dude. I look like a douche in the middle. Shorts. Isn't that a weave? Yes, it's a weave. That's real hair, brother. That's real hair. What if we make 20? What if we make a $20 GoFundMe? Dude, I need to start some sort of donation thing because I'm gonna be broke soon. So I'll have to figure out some way something to sell you guys. Oh damn it, the wrong button. Oh, let me see. No, where's my hair? Oh, it's getting shorter. There it is. There we go. Here you go. Ready? Ready? All right, let me find it. Decircumciser. All right, where's that? How to open walnuts with your butt cheeks. All right, well you can't hear it. Why can't you hear it? Cracks open walnuts in your butt cheeks.
This man is about to absolutely
cracks open walnuts in your butt cheeks. Look how short that hair is. Cracks open walnuts in your butt cheeks.
This man is about to absolutely
cracks open walnuts in your butt cheeks. Look at that fantastic nose. Why does my nose look so majestic there and not here? I love it. What about a $50 goal? I need a goal, brother. Yeah, I got Cash App. Golf America all the way. I'm so broke I can't even spend the night. I can't even spend the night. No, I ain't $20 locks. No, I ain't cutting my hair. I ain't cutting my hair. I don't have any hope for humanity. I fell first bald stream. Not happening. Definitely. Persian Gulf, baby. Swamp of America. That's definitely true too. It looked like a deep fake. Yeah, I know, but it definitely wasn't. Bald goal. Bald goal. United States of Mexico. That's true too. Gulf of Hell. That's true too. I like trains. Yeah. That was rough. That was rough. That was my first character. You know what? Let me see. Let me see if I have a. Look at this guy's butt cheeks. Cracks open walnuts with his butt cheeks. United States of America. I got lots of dang videos. Chicken tender. That shit's funny. Child labor. That was a good one too. If it wasn't for drugs and alcohol, most of us wouldn't even. No, dude. Okay, 100%, 100% true. Listen, this is something interesting people should know. Okay, First Amendment auditing. I love it. I love First Amendment auditing. But so drugs and people. Okay, this is something people don't understand, and this is what one of the huge things that people use to control other people. Anxiety sucks. Anxiety is horrible. So they use anxiety to control you. The environment's going to kill you. Get anxious, get anxious, this, that, right? Ask Rich, what did I do? Okay, so drugs. So when you're withdrawing from drugs, you're just in a state of anxiety. So you have to go get the drugs. So even people that were suicidal will stay alive through drug withdrawal so they can go get more drugs because your brain can only go through one emergency at a time.
Like if you're having a panic attack and you're feeling real anxious, you can eat a spicy food or like Warheads, sour candies. That sour is considered an emergency to your brain, and that spice can be so that can take the anxiety away. But keeping people anxious, keeping people like keeps them alive longer and keeps them spending money and keeps them in the tax rolls longer. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But yes, I watched First Amendment auditing. I love it. I love it. I love that shit. But yeah, absolutely. So the drugs and the drugs also they make the CIA a lot of money. I have enlarged brain with visible vein. I have and I have it should be N, not A. I have an enlarged brain with visible. Is that a song lyric? I have an enlarged brain with visible veins. Were you the guy who drove to school in AMC Gremlin? Dude. I would have. I would have. Yeah, I watch First Amendment Auditors. I love it. I love it. I love them. I love. You can see ones where tyrant cops get fired. It's so awesome. Like, cause yeah, I have veins. I like planes. I like trains, and I like veins. I get really pissed. I get really pissed. I get really pissed. Feed my Frankenstein. Feed my Frankenstein. But yeah, so if you talk about like anger, I mean, where are we at here? 18%. I gotta get some charging going on. Hold on one second. I bought this 6 foot charging cable. And I think one of my favorite things I just got too is this. It's got USB-C, USB-A, and 2 JAMA-LAMAs. So that's on my bed. It powers my butt shaker. I gave everyone retard. I gave everyone a retard cars. I gave everyone a retard cars when I was 2. I I was first canceled in kindergarten, so none of this bullshit is new to me. But the people are much worse. Have you ever been inside a grave shaft? Grave shaft. Grave shaft. I don't know what a grave shaft is. Jesus Christ, Nikola Tesla, Rudolph Diesel, and the inventor of nylon were destroyed as absolutely, dude. So in a lot of people don't know this about the United States. In 1955, the United States started the secret patent company, secret patent agency. It's because people were coming up with like patents that were like ways to turn, and this is the theory, ways to turn like lead into gold actually, or ways to do shit like that. So they would destroy the United States economy, and or they would they would kill too many people. So if someone invented something that was so super awesome, they made it illegal. But before that, they would just kill you. So there was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he invented the water powered dune buggy, and he was killed. He was heart attacked into his pasta because the petroleum industry didn't want water powered cars. Same with Nikola Tesla, and going back to Rudolph Diesel. Rudolph Diesel wanted to use cheap ass oil. And they all thought everyone was ignorant and didn't know it. Right. So let's talk about feminism real quick. When women had a referendum on whether they wanted feminism to go forward, only 4% of women wanted there to be a feminist movement. But the women in power, like before the feminist movement, the women in power said women are too stupid to know what's best for them, so we need to push this through. Yo, I want to buy a tariff tilly. What's tariff tilly? I came in hell Jesus style. What's a grave shaft? Dang it, you got me all. So, I mean, I helped dig graves with my brother in Baltimore. Loudon Park Cemetery, the largest cemetery on the East Coast in Maryland. The highest recorded vibrational frequency or level of consciousness, like Jesus, have all been short men. Highest recorded vibrational frequency or a level of consciousness, like Jesus, have all been short men. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I wonder if it has to do with them being closer to the ground or anything like that. I came in hell backwards. The umbilical. Oh, gotcha. You were a breech birth. He's probably a U.S. military Marine who digs U.S. military grave shafts. Grave shafts. Grave shaft. All right, now I forgot what I was doing. Also, what was I looking up? I was looking up. I just discovered the Daily Show. You just discovered the Daily Show? Oh man, well, welcome. All right, Tariff Tilly. Let's see what that is.
Godzilla lyrics.
No. Slap. Damn it, I'm gonna get freaking demonetized already. Slap. Let's see. So what did I say? Tariff Tilly. Do it again. Tariff Tilly. Yes. Yes, I love cruises. I highly recommend them 100%. I think I may be one of those retired people that when they retire, because it's so cheap. Like you only pay like $2,000 to go on like a month-long cruise. And so like that's way cheaper than buying a house and doing all that shit, because you get all your food and your liquor and everything for, paid for by that. But cruises are absolutely great. I don't know why you wouldn't like it, Eric the Great. I've been on the Abacus Islands cruise, just Jamaica, Barbados, not Barbados, from Baltimore to Florida for Disneyland, then the Abacus Islands, and then back again. Do you recall Highway from Hell? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so tariff Tilly refers to the intersection of tariffs and tax imported on goods from the Baker Tilly person to Chris Tilly, U.S. I don't know what a tariff Tilly is. I still don't know. Burma. Borshell, where you bring up, brother? Eric the Great don't like people. He likes us. He's having a good time with us. Let's see. Where are you at, brother? Damn, I did it again. There you are. Where's all your jamalamas? How do I keep doing this? There you go. I did it again. There you are, brother. There you are. Borshell, a Zimbabwean love affair. What up, brother? Thank God Eric is at least thank God Eric, at least you like us. We're not people, we're animals. That's very true. I'm uncertain of the so-called human race. And brother, you should be. You absolutely should be. Just think about it. Okay. And I'm going back to religion again. All right, come on. You know evil exists, right? Obviously, you know evil exists. You've kissed evil. So you know that there's a yin and a yang, right? So with evil comes good, and you know there's ultimate evil. So what is ultimate good? And who else had so much stuff written about them? You go back to Jesus. Why did so many people, why are there over like 200,000 manuscripts from all around the world written about this kid, Jesus Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, right? And he's basically the ultimate good. It's not like one person wrote about him. We're talking about tens of thousands of people that, that wrote about him in his lifetime. That's crazy. And so they said that, no, he ain't never did nothing wrong. And then even now, like just like last week, they found out that Pontius Pilate was going crazy, driving himself nuts because he realized he killed God. People have positive, absolutely. And that's because we have free will. But the thing is, it's so hard to look around and not see an intelligent creator.
Mostly negative, right? And why is that? Because you're born separate from God. You've got to find him on your own path. So most people are held away. They're told, oh, that's fairy tales. Why would you want to read a book about fairy tales? But then you read books about actual fairy tales. You play video games and you do things that keep you away. But people won't read the Bible just to read it because maybe it's a kick-ass book. It's got fire and destruction and like incest and murder, and it's a great freaking book, and that's in the first like 3 pages. Yeah, so it's the Father, yes, God, Jesus. So you have to learn about the Trinity. So you know how like you can talk in your own head. You know that's your spirit basically. You can talk to yourself. You can think that's your spirit. Then you have your soul, which is that's what goes to heaven when you die, and then you have your actual body. So that those are the three things that makes up, okay, the Trinity: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They're actually all those three things make God. So we could definitely talk about that more, Eric. Right? It's a polite way of saying, and even there are queens of heaven, though. They're definitely queens of heaven, but there's the nagging woman. Women are the reason for the bad things that have happened because the woman talked to the serpent that she was supposed to talk to. If you do not want to be confused ever again. You mentioned Marshall. I'm actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, I'm going to start reading a passage every day. I started last week, but then everything got too busy. I'm going to start doing a passage every day of Confucius. So anybody that's interested, you'll see. And then so I'm going to do a passage, and then we'll do a live stream talking about it. God has triple split personality: God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. Yes, that's it. So Confucius is like a non-religious religion, talking about like there's a good fake thing, but he says things like, he who go to sleep with an itchy butt wake up with a stinky finger, like these things about life. We could talk about different stuff. And I've actually got a video telling you about the analects, like what they do. The Chinese use this as a way to tell you about morals. He's a philosopher, so Confucius is a philosopher. If the scholar be not grave, he will not call forth any veneration. There's just millions of them. So well, I'm not even looking at you, but there's a bunch of these. So I'm going to be reading like a book a day. There's just a bunch of different books to see what is right and not to do it is want of courage. There's all these different sayings and stuff about good ways to live your life. I consider my not being present at the sacrifice as if I did not sacrifice. Yeah, so there's a whole lot, and this book is like stitched together and everything. It's beautiful. Yeah. Got it. Possibly. We all are. You're definitely schizophrenic. That's fun, Venus. Thank you. Yeah. The Son is God and the messenger gets destroyed in every religion. I like my wife. So I have a book review, yes. So basically, life is a book review of the Bible, and there's a very okay. I'm gonna find a passage in the Bible that I would like everyone to read, even if you're not religious, because when you see that like everything that's happening now, whether it's happening because people have read the Bible and are making it happen to make it seem cool, Life is depressing without God, 100%, 100%, because most people don't know their worth. Like there's a whole thing of having women just say, I know my worth, I know my worth, I know my worth, even though they don't know their worth. Right. So it's like it's we're just told to say stuff like that and repeat this stuff. And that's what they do in society to make people not look for their worth, not try to find their value. God gives us our value. He says, you're made in made in my image. You know, you're if you hurt another person, you're hurting me. So you have value. The value is you're God's children. Yeah, life is depressing without God. 100%. I was definitely way depressed. Yeah, before like I mean, and uh, within a week, my life changed completely. But completely. I mean, there's no yeah, my life completely changed. Eric, even if you want, you can't live without God. You might ignore it. Right. That's the thing. And like even people haven't read the Bible, so they don't understand that these questions that they have are answered there. They're answered in the Bible. So like people say, well, why does God allow suffering? Why does God allow kids to have cancer and stuff like that? And it's like you got to understand that sometimes when kids have cancer with God, but the kid having cancer can be a way to show to people to like to test their faith. And it sounds like a dick thing to do. Yeah, hey brother, you know, and you, I'm not going to say anything was your fault or anything along those lines, but it's very hard to be homeless and religious because you can go to any church and find a place to put the rest of your head. You know, and most people that are homeless because of either psychological issues or drugs. And I'm not saying that's yours at all. I don't know your story at all. I just ignore the kids in wheelchairs and cancer kids. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's definitely an option. Diabetes is an economy too. So diabetes. I'll tell you about diabetes. I'll tell you about cancer. God never gives you what you ask for, but what you need. That's the big problem. People ask for stuff like, "I want to be rich, make me rich, God, if you're real." And imagine how arrogant you are when you say, "If you're real, shine a beam of light on me." Fuck you. Fuck your beam of light. How about I make sure you have food? How about I make sure your children are taken care of? You know, it's like people just they're. I take full responsibility for my trust issues I had since birth and barbaric separation. Oh, that's not good. I wouldn't have been so bad, unfortunately, had I the Jesus style birth. So my teachers didn't even believe I was really. That's fucking rough, dude. God never right. So the big thing is the big thing is understanding when you talk and don't know where you got the information you're saying from, like it's absolutely amazing. And to see to understand when you understand that the Bible is backed up with lots of actually historic proofs, and not only historic proofs, but also when you dig stuff up, what the hell's that called? Dig it up proof. Damn it, what's it called? What's it called when you dig stuff up? Right. Well, karma is not karma is not a religious thing. Karma is a Buddhist thing. Well, so then I guess it's kind of religious, but it's not a Christian thing. Um, Dang it, when you go dig stuff up in the desert, you're doing archaeology. So yes, so that we found there you go, archaeologic. That's correct. Archaeologic, yes. That's crazy that you had some fucked up teachers and people in your life, Eric. Great. Hey, brother. I mean, the thing is, life can start again today, and it's amazing when you just flush all the bullshit, flush the shit, and start over right now. Start over right now. I mean, dude, I don't know anything about your life except for what you've told me, but yeah, but the archaeological proofs that like that are proving that that this dude existed, that there was a cross, that dude was put on the cross, that he lived. There's even non-Christian people saying that the resurrection was real. The people that died for Christ, the people that died, they had his skin ripped from his body. They ripped his fucking skin and said, all you have to say is this guy Jesus is not God, and we'll stop. And he said no. They believed so wholly that they allowed his flesh to be ripped from his body. Another guy was boiled in oil, and they boiled. They put him in slowly in boiling oil, and all they had to say was I lied. God's not, or Jesus is not God. And they went through their death. They went through and they died. You know, all of the martyrs, all 7 of the martyrs that went through that lived around, like they were all killed, and they were all killed because they would not. All they had to say was they lied, and Jesus is not God, and they didn't do that. Why? Why? Who would die for a lie? Stolen intelligence has no conscience, therefore the furthest from God as humanly possible. No, absolutely. And so is that Satan, Shaitan, in the way the inventor of nylon was suicided right after his discovery because he did not want nylon to replace hemp? Right? No, 100%, 100%. So you have evil, right? You have evil. You have devils. You have people that are saying, I make too much money off of hemp production. If this nylon comes in, it's going to affect my bottom line. So I'm going to suicide this guy. If you don't like the birds or the bees getting mirrored solar panels, we aren't that close to God. No, we're not. We're not that close to God, brother. We're not. I mean, unless we're talking into two different things. I agree. We're not that close to God, and there's some of us that are, but most of us absolutely are not. Eric, there are many things that we cannot comprehend. Do not burn your brain cells. Everything, right? That's another thing, and that's one of the big things. That there's going back to anxiety. The things we can't control that we make ourselves so anxious over that puts us on the wrong path. Our brain can only handle one emergency at a time, and if you're anxious over things that you can't control, then you can't be anxious over things you can. No, absolutely not, my friend. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I just want to, I'm going to answer questions. So if people bring up things, I will answer them. I'm not going to push anything on anybody. I promise you, Avery. If Muslims come in and whatnot like that, and I've talked to people that were Muslims and stuff, and I'm not trying to convert people, but when they bring stuff up, like part of me being a teacher is when people bring things up, I'm going to absolutely continue. And if people say, please don't talk to me about this, I'm going to completely stop 100%. But no, I'm not trying to convert people. I just want to let them know my testimony. People are speaking theirs, and I'll speak mine. Thank you. And I don't think that's the most important thing to let people is to share a perspective. I think that's the greatest thing about this freaking internet is if you look on like a lot of social media, it's people that hate each other. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck you, fucking whatever, Tim Waltz. Fuck you, this guy. Fuck you, Kamala Harris. You know, it's like the hate. But there's so much other cool shit to talk about besides politics and cutting your dick off. Pills, mental illness, pills and economy, anxiety and stress, right? Yeah. And like with 2 hours and 30 minutes of having nothing but a good time. I have not had one negative emotion this entire live stream. I've been happy. I've been, yeah, this has been completely great. Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. So I can't fault it at all. I think this is absolutely great. And this is what the internet should be used for. You know, it should be used for people that want knowledge. And not just knowledge, not just education, but they want to know other people, and they want to know, hey, I'm steering through this fucking mess called life. How are you doing it? Have you got any tips? You know, and I think that's one of the greatest things. I like to believe that too, Avery. Okay, Eric says we need fidget spinners because we are like pet shop dogs with separation anxiety from birth and being put in a bucket. So not everybody's like that, dude. And I'm going to agree with you that should not happen. And I'm going to tell you why. In other countries like India, for instance, you have 3 generations that live in the same house. So you're never separated from your mother and your father. Like in America, they want to kick you out when you're 18 so you can buy a house and have to get a job. So you help the economy. They want you to be a slave. And if you don't need to be a slave, you won't be a slave. If you didn't get kicked out of the house at 18 and have to go get your own place to live, you wouldn't need to spend all that money. If you stayed with your parents and everyone was able to stay with your parents, you don't need to go out. Why does it that my brother, my sister, and my parents, everybody needs a $300,000 home? That doesn't make any sense, right? Why isn't it that we all live together in just one big $300,000 home, and we all live together, so we can have sex, but more often without my parents walking in or whatever? I mean, yeah, you can do that, but if you talk about the separation anxiety, but that's the separation is even pushed on us. Men and women are being put at odds with each other to make us more lonely than even during COVID. Stay 6 feet away. That was a made up number. They want people to have anxiety because they can't talk to other people. And they want you to have masks on so you can't see smiles and you can't feel energized from seeing someone smile because everybody's going around with a mask on. Yeah, it was all bullshit. Right? You don't need a fidget spinner if you can go up and hug your mother. Hug your father. Make some food for your family. No one has figured out there are good and bad things in East and West. 100%, my friend. My brother and sister didn't mind the bucket, but they had a lisp. What is everyone else doing so privileged that they can afford executive mansion home, but have not figured it out yet? Right. So the thing is education. What they're calling education, like college, is not. It doesn't teach you. It teaches you the wrong shit. Like it can teach you how to weave baskets, but that's not going to help you in life. Like why isn't it that they'll let you go to school and spend $80,000 on acting lessons with a student loan from that's not. It's crazy. What is everyone else doing personally? East and West, right. Just like men and women. Exactly. This is why there's so many religions out there. But why I like following Christ is because he says to love your enemies. Other religions say to kill other people from other religions. I love the fact that you just keep loving people until they find out for their own. Even Kobe sued the taxpayer. Kobe Bryant. I guess we're talking about Kobe Bryant. Nothing in college will help you with a career. Doctors, nurses should be trained. 100%. The only reason the colleges are the way they are is because in 2008 there was the housing bubble that popped. And so the people that made billions of dollars giving people loans couldn't give people bullshit predatory loans anymore, but they still wanted to. So they come up with federal student loans. So now everybody, even people that are too stupid to get through high school, can go to college. Hell, you used to have to take entrance exams, but now entrance exams are racist. So now everybody can go to college, no matter if you got a fucking F- and dropped out of high school in 9th grade. Hindu couldn't survive in the Sahara Desert without trees for cremation before, regardless of religious belief. There's geographic reason for burial types. Absolutely, 100%. And there's absolutely geographic reasons for a lot of things. And I agree with you 1,000,000,000,000%. But this is another thing people don't understand, and it's usually because of bullshit. Is the Bible? The Bible came from Ethiopia originally. The full is the Bible. The Ethiopic Bible. So people say, "Oh, it's from white man bringing the Bible around the world," But no, it came from Ethiopia. Okay. Where did the Bible come from? Okay, well, this says divine. Which country first had the Bible? Okay, this is to adopt the Bible. Well, let's just ask it directly then. What did I say? Did Ethiopia have the Bible? The oldest and most comprehensive Bible on the planet is the Ethiopian Bible.
Ethiopia has its own version of the Bible known as the Ethiopian Bible. This version is considered one of the oldest and most complete Bibles in the world, containing 81 to 88 books compared to the 66 in the King James Version. The Ethiopian Bible is also known for including the Book of Enoch, Esdras, and other books excluded from the King James Version. So, yeah, right. Ethiopia also has black Jews, right? You have a pen. All right, where did I miss some bunch of stuff here? Hollywood has an acting college, which is why Laureate Laughlin in trouble for bogus college. There's a lot of bogus college proposals. Sports ruin college. Agreed. So absolutely, sports ruin college. Sports allowed people to go to college, and while they were going to college, they were getting signed off on for their bullshit. I bet her daughter did, right? You have a pen, get in college. George Carlin. George Carlin, love freaking George Carlin. Eric the Great says North. Ethiopia also has black Jews. James Best had an acting school. James Best. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Love that guy. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Yeah, so these things, and if you have an accredited college, you can take money from kids. Think about this. Think what they're doing to the kids. They want to take money from kids to cut your dick off. They want to take money from kids to put you in college. The predatory loans happened, and then they said, well, let's give kids college loans. It was like, so that was the biggest thing, because kids don't know what the fuck they want. They don't know anything about, they don't know about seeing into the future, looking ahead. So they go to college to get laid and to get drunk. Right, and then they're just all fucked up, and they're super in debt. So now you have a house loan, you have a student loan, and then you get out, and because you don't have to repay for a few years, then you get a house loan. So now you're double fucked. This is why I chose the trades. Carpentry. That's what right. Jesus is a carpenter. So am I. I'm also a carpenter. My trade was carpentry in the movie industry. That's what got me building sets originally. But yeah, carpentry. But that's funny that you said carpentry, because Jesus is a carpenter. All right, I need some water. My butthole. What did I say about my butthole before? My butt soul. Sorry, my butt soul. What's that Friday popcorn? That's why I chose him. Welcome, Friday popcorn. All right, let me go grab some water here. Wow, my butt soul. All right, while we're here, we might as well get something to eat. Look at all my water filtration stuff. Oh, dang it. So I got a reverse osmosis, sorry. And then I got a Berkey with additional fluoride removal. And I also think, okay, so I think one of the reasons getting rid of the fluoride and the chlorine, I think, has made me a much happier person overall. Just one thing, the only place in the country where bananas can grow on trees, and we build houses and complain that everything's falling in the ocean, right? Yeah, no, I have Bitcoin miners. I can show you one of my Bitcoin miners. Hold on one second. But no, I spent everything. Everything I had went into prepaying my bills and paying for everything, so that I have a window to start making money with my business and my YouTube. Fluoride helps us stay strong like Iron Man. Drink the fluoride. Who cares? I love bananas, dude. I stick a banana in my mouth hole. But fluoride showers make every day a brand new day. Yeah. Fluoride and chlorine absorb through the skin so quickly. It's unbelievable. But dude, no meat. Okay. So I'm going to tell you about meat. I eat meat. I get a half of a cow, and I'll show you my refrigerator out here. And so
So like, okay, so I have this. This is what's left over now, and I'll be getting a delivery in a couple of days. But this is all. These are my organic places. So I get a bunch of meat. Yeah, so everything's almost empty now, but I get a bunch of my meat directly from. I get a half a cow. It's $1,200. Sorry, $900, $1,200 total. So total for everything, and that'll last me a year. $1,200 lasts me a year, and I have ground beef, I have steaks, I got everything. Right? And I'm gonna tell you something about Jeffrey Dahmer. I just saw that. Where did I got? You put a computer tower in each room and mine crypto, right? So you absolutely can do that. And if you mine crypto solo, if you hit, you make like $300,000 if you do solo. So just let it mine. But if you mine crypto, it costs you a lot of electricity, but you do make more than the electricity you spend. So if you spend $10 on electricity, you'll end up making like $13 total in crypto. Okay, so before you could shoot insulin up when you were diabetic, the way that we took care of diabetics was we put them on the steak and water diet. So that it's called the carnivore diet now, but that's what people were given to not die from diabetes. So it's our diet that gives us diabetes. Also, you can get a parasite that lives on your pancreas at this area called the islets of Langerhans. The islets of Langerhans are the cells on your pancreas that create insulin. So you have these parasites that camp out there and eat the insulin as it's created so that your body doesn't get it. These fat ass little parasites get it. So that, but because Americans don't take antiparasitics, we were yelled at about ivermectin. Don't take ivermectin because it's an antiparasitic. But yeah. Hello, Seti. Hello. Sokuntia. In my country, we put the old diabetic on a sled. Bears eat them. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, brother. Yes, dude. Hey, welcome. Everybody needs new friends. RFK is right about a lot of stuff, dude. A lot of stuff, and I don't listen to anybody except for I jot stuff down. I jot stuff down and then I research it. One of the things crazy about COVID is they told us that they said, you can't do your own research. You're not a research scientist. So they wanted to tell people that don't even look it up. We're very good. Seti. What country are you from? Elon bought all my friends. Elon bought all my friends. We're very good, Seti. Thank you. I'm trying to see your picture. I'm thinking Yeti, the freaking abominable snowman. Cambodia. Okay, Cambodia. Holiday in Cambodia. I'm in Georgia, the United States. May God bless you too, my friend. Bless you. Right, but so meat, red meat. In America, we were told, oh, it causes cancer, it causes colon cancer. It is the opposite of causing cancer. It actually helps people. Like almost most vegetables have what are called vegetables, these leaves and stuff like that. They they contain toxins because they don't want other bugs to eat the leaves. So we eat these toxins, and it gives us things like millions of peaches for me. RFK, unfortunately, might turn out to be useless as Fauci. Do not trust him. No, don't trust any of them. Don't trust any of them. But take the info and do with it what you will. That's the problem. Is kids these days, they're not taught how to double check. Like even like trust but verify. Don't listen to like all of these assholes that are making billions of dollars off of us cutting our body parts off and getting COVID shots. Don't listen to any of them. You can listen, and if it has something, if something that's going to affect you, then do the research. Kids should be taught how to learn, not what to learn. They should learn how to take information and figure out if they're being pranked or not. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Seti. Love you too. God bless. I like, okay, so burnt food, if you want to talk about that, the Maillard process, that when food goes through when it gets crispy edges, yeah, I'm not a needle cushion either. Fuck, screw all that craziness. But yes, the burnt edges and stuff, those are actually carcinogens. And that's one of the things. And another interesting thing about these things here, microwave ovens, is they denature our food. They denature our proteins. They denature our vitamins and minerals. So you're basically eating just some slop to eat after it destroys. Thank you, my friend. After the foods that we eat, um, it destroys the nutrients in it. So we're just eating filler when we use it. So what you should do is you should use the microwave to heat water, and then use the water to heat your food. My dad my dad was taught to do math in his head because he was taught. Okay, so right, and we're not anymore because they want to make little slaves in order to just push buttons and to operate their machines. They don't want us thinking how life could be better and us starting our own companies and competing with them. I had to show my work because I was a computer programmer, the computer program generation, so our children can have a Google for a brain. Right. So me also, when I was in ninth grade, I took computer programming. It was the first year our high school did basic on Apple IIe's with green screens, and you had to be a senior. I was a freshman, but I was allowed to test in, and I actually taught the class next to my teacher, Miss Hall, because she didn't know basic programming language, and I did. But yeah, so we were taught, but now that you have computers to teach to teach, but that's the crazy shit. So microwaves do not denature things; they move water. No, brother. Look a little deeper. Look a little deeper. Microwaves, right? They vibrate water molecules, but what temperature does that water get to? And what does that very hot water, 235, 255 degree, what does that do to it? What does that very hot, so you're being guided in the wrong way. It tells you that it heats the water, but it doesn't heat it up just to 100 degrees. It heats it up way past boiling, and that superheated water is what denatures the molecules. Microwaves are freaking alien technology. So yes, right. So that's one of the things. So yes, the microwave itself does not denature that, but the microwave itself heats up water to such a high temperature that temperature denatures the molecules. Microwaves make our food gay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is I love it. I love this place. Microwave. What's up, queer? Shut up, dude. Queer. Yerman. I love it. I love it. But yeah, but yes, so I've studied a lot. I've read a lot. Dude, I used to be on the internet before it was the internet. There were BBSs, bulletin board systems, and you used your computer and your modem to call another computer and a modem. What is so denaturing is basically you take what makes vitamin C, the different molecules that make vitamin C, and then you break them apart. So then okay, like if you were to denature, for instance, carbon dioxide, it's got two carbons and an oxygen. It would be like separating the two basically. So it basically what denature means. Hitler died in 45, microwave oven made in 46. We blame food, but birth style. Birth style is 90%. Asbestos is not that bad for you either. Exactly. That was blamed on. Okay, so the reason we have and we don't actually have fluoride in our water, it's like sodium silifluoricate. So because the molecule or the molecule that they put in our water contains a fluorine atom, they say it's fluoride, but it's not just fluoride. It's when we started making when we started making fertilizer for our food, crops out of oil, one of the byproducts was this sodium silifluorinate, and the companies used to dump it in rivers and dump it in fields, and they got arrested for it and they got fined for it. So what they did is they said, well, I'm getting tired of getting fined for it, so how come we don't just dump it into the water supply? And some fucked up politician said, well, so instead what we'll do is, instead of you paying us for your fines, the government will pay you and you'll give me 10%. So now the government is paying these companies that used to dump this slop into rivers and streams. Now they're dumping it into our water supply. So now the government is paying them for it. But that's what it is. But right, asbestos is the same way. When they used to create asbestos, it put off this dust. This is another silicate, actually, that covered the grass. And when the cows would eat the grass and grind their teeth together, it ground their teeth all the way to their gums. And they started saying that it was one of the bad things that asbestos was doing. Yeah, yes, like vaginal versus C-section. That's very huge. This is a huge thing. When you're born, you're supposed to be vaginally born, right? Because the goo and whatnot. What about immaculate? Premature umbilical cord cutting and delayed vertical cord. Huge, very huge. So you have to understand that the reason abortion is so popular is the collection of stem cells. They want to collect they don't care about the baby. They want to collect the placenta and the stem cells in the cord blood. Okay? So what ends up happening is when our cords are cut too soon, we don't get the rest of the good stuff from the placenta. We should stay connected to the placenta for longer until it's ready to go. So we then a lot of the issues that babies have are because they don't get the rest of the goo from the placenta. Right, women won't. Right, exactly. But because they're told that it's such a thing, they're just a clump of cells anyway, so don't worry about it. They want to collect as many placentas as they can, because stem cells come from that. The stem cells, they are the best, the highest quality stem cells. They can make stem cells these days by like reverse engineering regular cells, basically, but they're not as good. They don't do as good of a job. Women, okay, all the chemicals make kids' chodes smaller. I used to be a chode measure. Is this thing? The infant breathes oxygen through the placenta and need more time to acclimate. So I agree with you a million billion %. I think hospitals are the worst places for people to be. The air conditioner systems are sucking shit from every room, and they're blowing it out in different rooms. They're not filtering it properly. So when you have a newborn that's coming into the world, it should be in your house, the house that the baby's going to be in, with the pollen that's going to be around that baby and everything. And right, the mother should be having birth in a pool, like a baptismal pool that's of temperature, that's brought up to like room temperature. The mother gives birth to the baby. The mother holds the baby close to the skin, skin on skin contact, and so keeping the baby of temperature. And the baby should stay connected to the umbilical cord until at least the placenta is delivered also. But they don't do that. As soon as the baby comes out, they cut the cord and they clip the placenta. They take the baby away and they clean it off, when they shouldn't be doing that. They should keep the baby connected to the placenta until the mother births the placenta. When the mother passes the placenta, her vagina physically squeezes the placenta. That will force more stuff into the infant. So this kind of stuff is they don't do it because it's financial. They want to get that the doctor that comes and delivers the baby, the obstetrician that comes and delivers the baby. They want it done so they can move on to the next mom. It's an assembly line, and it shouldn't be done like that. The father that's what they call midwives. There used to be midwives in communities. So like you had your next door neighbor that would come and help deliver babies in the neighborhood. They don't do that anymore. They made it financial. They made an industry out of it. And yes, right, that's another thing. In everyone else but humans, some humans do, mothers eat the placenta. And they think that there used to be an excuse saying that a lot of reason for autism. Now it's 1 in 33 kids have autism. It used to be 1 in 10,000. So 1 in 33 kids used to have autism. I'm sorry, 1 in 10,000 used to have autism. Now it's 1 in 33. Right. So they think that that might have something to do with it. And then they said, well, vaccines. They had mercury in our vaccines, and they said, well, it's a preservative. Okay. Well, why are they making vaccines with a preservative in it? Right. So then in America, they were no longer allowed to give us these mercury laced vaccines, but they made millions of them. So the pharmaceutical industry didn't want to just trash them. So they sent them to Africa and other third world countries. And that's the vaccines that those kids are getting. And that's why they have like freaking missing eyeballs and cleft lip palates and shit like that. Did science end in 2019 when my father was tortured to death and my identity was stolen? Seems like it, brother. Did science end in 2019 when my father was tortured? Dude, we need to get your story on freaking film, brother. But yeah, so eating the placenta. So do you want to hear something interesting about areolas? Is when when the baby suckles on the mom, the saliva from the baby's lips, the pink skin on your lips is like the pink skin on a nipple, an areola. And when that skin touches each other, the mother's body reads the baby's body and says, "Oh, you don't have enough vitamin C, you don't have enough calcium, whatever." And then the mother's body dissolves some of her own bone to put more calcium in her breast milk. So then when the baby suckles again, that's how the baby's body communicates with the mother's body through nipple to mouth, saliva to areola communication, and the mother's body gets the stuff from her own body to put into her breast milk for her baby. So, and a lot of moms are told use Similac, but that doesn't help your baby. Your baby is being malnourished because Similac is corn based, and it's not going to help the baby out. It's people don't. None of this stuff is taught to kids. It's like I got lucky because I dated a lot. I mean, come on, I dated and I worked with girls that wanted to be doctors, wanted to be nurses and stuff like that. So I would read their books and quiz them. Like I remember I worked for the Black Eyed Pea. And it was a restaurant. We were both servers, and this girl was there, and she was studying to be a nurse. So I would take the book, and as we were walking through, serving at tables, I would walk by and I'd be like, what's name the three bones in the ear, and then she would be like, blah 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 blah, animal stirrup and freaking jamalama. And so I got to learn a whole lot about the human body and the stuff. But here's something interesting about medicine, like why it's called medicine, studying medicine. It's because a company makes medicine. So they make a product called medicine. Then they teach people how to use it. So when you're studying medicine, you're just studying pharmaceutical medicine. You're not studying herbs and nutrition. You only study what pills can be given to you, what injections can be given you that our companies make, and that's it. That's what they do. They don't want they want to make money over anything, and most people that die in a hospital. So like a lot of times cancers are misrepresented, and things happen like we were talking about parasites earlier, right? So hold on one second. So parasites are okay. Sorry. Do you think the new pope should eat the foreskin of circumcision? Probably, but there's no greatest generation. Great generations do not make their offspring weak and retarded. That's true. Eating placenta is the same thing as drinking urine, unless you're not a vegan. Sorry. No, forgot where I was. Someplace important, I'm sure. Oh, okay, parasites. So a lot of times you have people with cancer that don't actually have cancer. They see these big cells that look like cells that are overgrowth, but they're not. They're not our cells. They're parasite eggs. So they say, okay, you've got cancer, right? Because they see these large cells because they're not doing a chemical test. They're looking under a microscope and they're seeing these large cells, and they say, oh my goodness, you've got a tumor. No, you've got parasites. You got parasite eggs. So then they put you on chemotherapy. And what chemotherapy does is it gets you so poisoned. Hello, Jen. Long time no see, Jen. But they put you on so much hujabab, so much juice, so much chemotherapy drugs that it gets your body so close to death that the parasites are killed off, but you are not. So then it basically, I remember you, Jen. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jen. It's been a while. What are you doing awake? It's freaking midnight. But yes, Jen, I remember you. Absolutely. No, hey, no problem. I'm glad you came back. It's good to see you again. We're having a pretty crazy conversation now, but it's good to see you. Good to see you back. Welcome back. I got you on the wall. Let me do your let me get some more water real quick, and I'll give you your come up. Is there no, not your come up? It's what's the term I'm trying to use? Your dues. I'm gonna pay you your dues. You remember? All right, well, one second. So where? There we go. Oh, sorry. No, it's so dark in here. Let's see. Let's get to the wall. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can find Jen here. There you go, Jen. You see it? Jen. From the Philippines. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button, but yes, there you go, Jen. It's common for people to save their liposuction jelly and eat it for health benefits. Right, Jen. We were going to call the FBI to find out where you were. What the hell is liposuction jelly? Liposuction jelly. Welcome back, Jen. She's probably crying. She's so happy. She's like, oh, I'm still on the wall. And that's one of the cool things. People get a good, they get happy that okay. Liposuction jelly. They eat it. What the fuck? What the heck do they do? Does lipo get rid of a hanging belly? Sperma fluid? Lipo gel? Do you remember when Kathy Griffin had bruises from a... Oh, yes. Oh, let's see. Let's see what we can find. Kathy Griffin's liposuction bruises. Oh. Do you remember from her lips? Look at this. Look at this. She looks fake. She looks absolutely fake. No, that was me. No, I don't remember. Oh, Jen, are you using your mom's phone? Oh, but she looks nuts there. Let me see. I mean, that looks so fake. That looks like a one of those, that looks like one of those dolls you buy for I can't get a woman fun times. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, yeah, love that. Right. January 10th. January 10th, 1977 is my birthday. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Oh, dang it. Oh, this too. Look. Yeah, love doll. I love you, doll. Okay, let's see. Where was that? Water, got water. Yes, that's what they say. That's getting late. Love doll. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, is that the right thing? I think that was the wrong thing. There we go. That was the wrong thing. Babe. Oh, no, wait, is that? No, I can't see. Hold on 1 second. 1 second there. There we go. See, dang it. Dang it, dang it. I don't know if the dang I'm gonna, oh, you know what? I think, oh. Let's see if I can find it there, man. Oh, that's gonna be, there we go. Something happening here. It looks as if it seems. Now, don't see if I'm still getting, what you call it? Let me see if I can do that. Start a poll. There we go. That's not smart. As many toxins are stored. Oh, dude, a lot of toxins are stored in human fat. Why eat them, dude? Okay, so I think most things that we're told to do is for negative health outcomes. Webtoon, I know Webtoon, but yeah, many times, like remember the food pyramid? The food pyramid in America had like breakfast cereals, said eat a lot of that. It was upside down. Like the food pyramid told you to eat the worst things for you. And you're like, oops, we did it backwards. Well, then why'd you do it for freaking 25 years? Why didn't they fix it for 25 years? Well, we put a lot of money into it. Well, it was wrong. But yeah, so it made people sick and fat. Yeah, Webtoon. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Webtoon stuff. Webtoon. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you have fat soluble and water soluble vitamins, proteins, different stuff like that. So if you eat your fat, then some of the toxins and stuff that would have left through your liver goes back into your gut, and then you eat it again. It's kind of disgusting. Where's my speed? I think I should just blow my nose into it. Fauci looks like someone that follows. Dude, that dude looks like the devil. Dude, hold on. Look, I mean, his eyes are real close together and like really dark. He's got like gray, pasty skin. Dude, Disney made a freaking like a lifetime achievement movie about Fauci. Fauci the movie. We need to be strong as we mine gold for the Anunnaki. So right, so the Anunnaki, the reason that us humans are here on Earth, according to the Anunnaki story, is to because they ran out of gold and their atmosphere is gone to shit. So they need gold nanoparticles sprayed in their atmosphere to reflect the bad rays from their star system, like their sun. So right, so we're here to mine gold. That's why gold, like they say, why is gold so precious on Earth? Well, because the Anunnaki want our gold. They trade us, they like whatever for our gold, and that's why we dig up this rock, this shiny metal rock. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Okay. Fauci movie. It says watching movie. The Fauci movie. There you go. Thank you, Dr. Fauci. Look at this guy, dude. He even looks evil on the freaking front cover. Look at that. He doesn't look good or cool or anything. He looks, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to shoot you full of these crazy ass parasitic drugs. Kill you all. Sorry, Jen. Scared the heck out of you. Burkina Faso's miners are doing that for French bakers. How do you feel about Kenneth Copeland? Kenneth Copeland. I don't think who played Fauci? No way. No way. Is it? I can't hear. You do sound a bit like Rex from the Leak Project when he's just. Sorry, I had something going out. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, it was a documentary. That's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't see it, but it's crazy that they created it. They want people to think, the America, most of the world now, they think if you're famous, you're smart. So like The View and stuff like that, and like all these famous people say, go get the COVID shot, get the COVID shot. Oh, my favorite rock star told me to do it, so I might as well do it. Just because you're famous doesn't mean you're smart. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you're smart. Right, and that's what they did. So they wanted to make Fauci more famous because no one knew who he was before COVID. He created the freaking HIV stuff. Look it up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, there we go. I don't know who Rex is. Ow. There we go. There we go. Had to blows the nose. My divorce attorney asked me if I got the COVID shot, and I told him no. And he said, "Yeah, I would have said I need to get another attorney." Who would believe people like that? There we go. There we go. Yeah, Rex is a guy on a YouTube channel that goes by the League Project. That sounds familiar too. Just because I play basketball, I should not be the only one making decisions for your kids. Exactly. Exactly. And so this is one of the things I want to say also. Okay, people aren't taught parenting at all. So they go and then they're told what's best for their children. And they think that, well, I was never taught what's best for my children. So these people must know what's best for my children. And that's what they do. They make it's absolutely crazy. And they've done it for centuries. That's how it's the same control vector, just on different topics. Yeah, just because I play basketball, I should not be the only one making decisions. Leak project. A leak. I like leaks. And why did he go missing? Or he just stopped making videos? Videos. I dated a girl named Vidya. Vidja. Vidya, sorry, Vidya. She was Indian, and she had an Indian friend named Porna, Porna, and they were roommates in college. So in college, you have that little whiteboard on your door, so you write who lives there, and it was Porna Vidya lived there. Porna Vidya. Rex was making videos around 51, and Area 51. He went bye. All right, Fauci, freaking crazy. Rex, Area 51 video YouTuber. James LeBronda. James LeBronda. I can't find it. And James LeBronda. Oh, did you make that up? Dude, if I can't find that, I'm using the hell out of that, dude. James LeBronda. Dude, you made that up, didn't you? Dude, that is freaking brilliant. Yeah, I'm using the hell out of that. I'm using the hell out of it. Oh, it's absolutely, because I can't, I don't have enough money to get sued by that freaking nut job. The news article did say that LeBron James' sister would be sitting in for him. No way. That's crazy. LeBron. That's beautiful. LeBron. How long can you be? Wow, 3 hours and 20 minutes on a live stream. That's crazy. Still got 16%. Don't worry, I'm plugged in. We good. Oh, dang it. Yeah, no, so me and Kat B, we got she'll be flying down here at the end of the month, and we're going to be recording a bunch of podcast episodes, and we're going to do a bunch of skits. So LeBronda is freaking 100% being a skit, absolutely. LeBronda, that's so awesome. Let's see. All right. I think we're gonna call it a night, ladies with genitals, ladies with genitals. So I appreciate everyone for coming out this evening. I had it's a great stream, great fun, great communication. Thank you, everybody. Let's see, same time tomorrow, most likely. Sounds good. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything.